No breath, no heartbeat, just static remains. Hollow reflections, ghosts in the code. So come burn down my escape. I wanna feel it, come drag me into the void. Let my circuits decay. I'm sorry, but it's too late. You never know.
Come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to round 2 of Wednesday's PMR shit show. By shit show, we're actually having some fun. So let's see if we can keep that party going while also simultaneously trying to break the ever-living shit out of the game tonight. I'm your host, Douchey McDouchemeister, drinking some Modelo. I do have a poll up in chat. Did the experience get better for you for this update? Yes or no? It's a pretty simple one. I do manifest, Austin. God, this music kicks ass. My buddy, who, like I've said in the past, is a DJ, and he made this music for me using an AI program. I do my best to stay away from AI because I fucking hate it, but I understand it's a very useful tool in many instances. And he's actually upset that this music is this good. Because he knows how long this would take him to make pre-AI. Anyway. I am going to be jumping in the Discord in a bit. Going on 1829 Media. The tires feel like pre... By the way, I mean, I'm just going to correct you, but it's not just a you thing. I see this typed a lot, and it's probably autocorrect doing it, but it's Aris. A-R-I-S. Everybody has a habit of typing Ares. Like the god of war? Ares was a god of war, right? I'm not up to snuff on my mythology. It's a super cool name, honestly. I'm a bit jealous that I got a bitch-ass name like Evan. What a tool I am. But anyway, I think the tires feel like a hybrid. In my opinion, they feel like a hybrid of the past two builds. So if 2.0 and 2.1 went into a barn and created a love child, that's the 2.2 tires. Honestly, Austin, I feel like that would be a great video. I know they would never go for it because they avoid controversy like it's the plague. But sometimes I feel like leaning into controversy is just like you either completely avoid it, which is what they've been doing, or you just go fire with fire, head on into it. And I sometimes think the fire with fire one is a much better way to go about things. But, I actually think you guys having a conversation live, it would be better for literally everybody involved. Past, present, future, community, you know? Shit, I'd host it. I used to do podcasts for motorcycles all the fucking time. It's my favorite thing to do. One of my favorite things to do was get two guys that had beef on and just let them... Now, I would moderate it, obviously, but they were also like, mostly kids, too, because motorcycles attract idiots. But I'm learning sim racing does, too, so as far as I'm concerned, racing is the problem. Sucks that I love racing, though. Alright, so let's get some lobbies going. I am going to jump in my Discord in a bit here. Beyond comms. Oh, we got to build our shaders. Get rid of the stutter struggle. That's something I wish a lot of sims don't do this, and I don't know why. They don't precompile shaders. Like your basic AAA video game. And it's pretty clear to me that no sim racing is like at the tier of AAA. It's like AA. It's not indie dev, but it's not AAA. It's right there in the middle, you know? But, just about every AAA game precompiles shaders the first time you boot it up, or the first time you install drivers or something like that. Call of Duty precompiles drivers every fucking time, like, an XML file that gets changed, you know? But, now we're gonna Verstappen this shit. Just so I can tarnish his name. Having a blast. Oh, how is Battlefield? I'm going to get to some of these comments, too, here. How is the update? The Top Gun update, right? I'm intrigued by that, admittedly. Here's the thing. I do like the GT3s better than the previous build, but I still think the GTEs and the GTs crush them. You know? I think the problem with GT's 3s is that there's going to be just too many opinions weighing in on how the cars should drive. And here's the problem. There's going to be too many opinions that are not good opinions. I'm sorry to say, you know. How do you separate good opinions from bad opinions? That's not my job. I just play the video game. Let's get some JP1s in here to match the LMDHs. I feel like this is going to be a good match. GTE, GT3, LMDH, and JP1. Spring. Let's do summertime. Get it warmer. Alright, let's see. Let's tackle some of these comments here. Do I agree? Like I said, 1829. They feel like a hybrid tire. They feel like it's a mix of both, honestly. They definitely have more initial grip than 2.1, for sure, without a doubt. And if you're not feeling more initial grip, then I would say there's a force feedback related issue or something like that. I have never had force feedback issues on my end between PC and Simagic. So, for me, I can pretty confidently say, you know, it's directly a physics change or tire change, something along those lines, and not a force feedback issue. Most PMR players are on consoles and we are casuals. We don't want simulation but fun content. Well, here's the thing. That's where I think there's like this weird sort of disconnect. You can be a casual and want real simulation and have fun. Like, that's why do we have, like, I have only ever, I mean, I've only, in my life, I've done real forms of racing, various different kinds, or I've played arcadey racing games, right? Well, me, I am a thoroughbred casual. I will always be a casual video game player, right? I'll always have a competitive side, but I'm always going to be a casual still. So for me, I want to get into a realistic, fun game and play it. You know? I don't think you should have to have some, like... If you guys have ever done any kind of, like, any form of real racing, it's a pain in the fucking ass. Teching in, dealing with the douchebag in tech who just wants to fail you for every cunty, stupid, retarded reason. That entire process just sucks. You don't... That's the worst part of real life. Because all you want to do in real life is just get on the fucking track and do some racing. That's it. That's all you want to do. So when you got to fight through the politics of it legally, it's a pain in the ass. That's why street racing is so popular. It just rules all that shit out. Unfortunately, it comes with a lot of other bullshit too. The point is that in my racing simulator, I don't want to deal with the politics of racing. I want the most authentic, on-track racing experience. That's what I want. And I am a casual. So I don't think you need to be a hardcore to want real. You know, I think that's a weird divide that seems to happen in sim racing. Like, you being a casual, think that you don't get a vote on the way the game plays, and I think that's wrong, in my opinion. Yeah, come on in. Come on in, sir. Let's see. I heard the news that a tavern owner in the PMR was killed. What? Tavern owner in the PMR was killed? I don't know what that means. Here's the thing. I agree with you, 1829, about it being feeling like a refined iRacing. I drove Mustang GT3 in iRacing, and I drove the Mustang GT3 in PMR, back to back. They actually very, very, very much felt, and I've said many times that I actually do kind of like the driving in iRacing up until you reach the limit of the tires, and the tires completely shut off. That's the part that's like, this is bullshit. Tires always have grip. They just have less of it. They don't ever have zero fucking grip. They would have to be completely out of rubber and sitting on the rim. But they did that. It did. This is the first, like, I would say, driving GT3 that kind of reminded me of the iRacing cars. Now, again, your mileage may vary on that opinion because there are so many anomalies. What wheelbase are you running? What are you playing on? You know, I mean, I believe that my experience on PC should be pretty unanimous outside of the wheelbase, but I understand maybe not. What do you mean by edgy, Austin? Like, another synonym for edgy? Because I look at edgy as like, yo, my name's Chad. What up? Each side has an aircraft carrier. You need to destroy them. That's cool. That's cool. I can get into that. I need a good flight sim. And by flight sim, I mean totally not a sim. I want to blow shit up. What's going on, Mike? What's going on, Two Bats? What's going on, AJ? All right, let me jump in the Discord. Let's get that party started. What's up, you bunch of sweet,
there he is.
Beautiful human beings that are majestic.
You damn night owl.
That ain't what you wanted to say.
Also, guys, if you are well, I'm speaking to everybody here. If you are on NVIDIA drivers, it is still a problem in the game. You need to have 596 or older drivers. You can't have the 610
There was
drivers.
one setting you can turn. I've got the newer drivers, and there's one setting you just turn it down one notch, and then it's perfect. One of the new shadows something. I found it in a forum.
In my own personal testing, which unfortunately I've been harping on this bug for a while. It's been in there for a while. It just hasn't been public for a while since it's been public since 2.1. But it's if you turn shadows off, if you take the shadows, like the main shadows, and you turn them off, 100% of the problems go away. Because it seems to be something related to the build, however they're producing shadows, And whatever NVIDIA changed in their drivers recently is having some form of, like, they're hate fucking. And our eyes are paying for it.
Shadows on, and it's working. It's that new setting they just added within PMR. It's like a shadow I can't remember what it's called. And you just turn that down one notch, and then it works with shadows on.
Hold on. Oh, god damn it. The newest one that they added was grass quality. And they also added windshield reflections and shadow distance, shadow quality, shadow map filtering are the only shadow settings that have been there.
That's the one, the shadow map filtering. Just turn it down one notch, and then it works with the new drivers.
All right, there's only two. So I got low and ultra, which is the strangest use of vocabulary. Low and ultra. It's, you know, meh or maximum power, but nothing in between. There's nothing in between.
Time to upgrade.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in your guys' ears.
I'm awake now.
I'll give that a shot later. I'll try that
Good
again.
morning.
I'll see if it works. But for me, the solution has always been, well, for one thing, just run older drivers. No new games seem to be affected by running older drivers. And I find that with drivers, bigger number, not always better. I find that most things in life is that way, actually. Bigger number, not always better. But anyway, my solution has always been, there, shadow quality, turn it off, and that fixes all your problems. But you have no shadows, so the game looks like something from Sega 32X. You guys ever had a 32X?
I've got it working, and I've got the same card as you.
Well, I can tell you that the bug doesn't always... I'll give it, like I said, I'll give it a shot, but the bug doesn't always apply to all NVIDIA users. I've had plenty of NVIDIA users not have the bug. But like I said, I'll give it a shot, but I'm not doing it right now because I would have to shut the whole stream down to install drivers. Of course, it is too bad. Yeah, I know. All right. Let's see. If you slip the tire just a little bit, you immediately spin. No chance to balance it. Gotcha. When I spend a little more time with it, Austin, I'll probably see some flaws, but I'm in the honeymoon stage at the moment, where it's just better than it was before. So that's where my brain's at, you know. But that's how I'm probably out with the LMDHs. I'm sure in time I'll start finding a whole bunch of problems, but right now, because they're better, my head goes, ooh, better. And that's where my brain stops. Boy, you getting in on this shit, or...
He said he was down.
Yeah, but he ain't shit, so...
Where all these fucking people come from?
Oh, Rhodes, you gotta take a left, sir. You gotta take a left, sir. Too many cervezas. Bro, I had a Modelo from the time I started the stream to the first race. Oh, I fucked it. One thing I gotta say that you definitely gotta get used to now with the new GT3s is braking. You really can't brake deep anymore. Ah, you mother. Alright, good. I didn't hit the wall. Save the car. Not a qualifying lap, doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely braking's different.
Yeah. Well, you experience actual grip loss under braking, even with ABS now, which is technically the way it should be. Everybody thinks that, oh, you have ABS, so that means you don't lose any grip when you hit the brakes really, really hard. No, it's not. You just lose less grip. You don't lock the tires. It just pulses the brakes. That's all. You're still losing grip. But the second you come off the brakes, you retain grip, or you gain grip, not retain it. Oh! AJ left again. AJ, if you're in chat or in, well, either chat, are you getting disconnected or are you leaving of your own free will? There it is. Alright, I'm not getting a quali in. Let me get a beer instead. Can't get quali, so I'm going to get a beer.
That's the move.
What's going on, Ivan? Luckily for me, I've only got 2 cervezas, so.
Then onward to the Bloody Marys.
I don't have any vodka. Bummer. I mean, I could have a bunch of Virgin Marys, but I don't know. I just hear the word virgin and I get creeped out these days, you know. 2026, it's a very, very dangerous word. Going on, Maxie?
Got a time in at the last second.
Nice. I can only speak to the RS50 Maxi on PS5 because that's what I have. I don't have it. I used to have a G Pro, but I don't anymore. The force feedback, like the actual force, is generated by telemetry and stuff like. Well, I guess vibrations are telemetry too, but the main force feedback feels fine. But the stuff that would be related to true force, like vibrations, which would be curbs, like road textures, things like that, have definitely been dumbed down since the 2.1 update. That's what I feel on the RS50 anyway. The force feedback itself, the main feedback of what the car is doing, feels the same to me. But no doubt the vibrations, which is your haptic style telemetry, is definitely like been gutted. So hopefully at some point they fix true force and it feels less numb. But the force feedback, I also run this on, for what it's worth, I run low force boost on my RS50 at absolute maximum. Which every menu and every sim tells you don't run any low force boost on a direct drive wheel. I say, go fuck yourself. It makes everything I play feel better. So, but on the RS50, I can still max out low force boost and not get any clipping, so. Yeah, whatever they've done with the 2.1 update and the addition of True Force, there does seem like there's a vibe, whatever the vibe, because the generalized vibration scale that's in the game worked better before than it does now. Because now it's True Force, and True Force don't work. So, you know, I mean, it's there. It's there. It's not as good as what was already there.
We'll do that if it crashes me again. What are we doing? 5 laps?
Yeah, what's going on with you? You getting booted and booted?
Yeah, man. It's great.
What's going on with you?
I don't know what. don't know. I gotta go delete my documents folder, verify files, all that crap.
I just never. I mean, I regularly delete my shader cache because this game doesn't build shaders the most efficient way. But other than that, I don't really ever do anything to prevent crashing. Tim crashed the end of qualifying. Tim, you're on console, right? Or are you on PC?
I joined PC Master Race for tonight.
Sweet. Is that why your mic sounds like you're in a echo chamber?
Probably. I have it super far away. It's not optimized. It's a lot better if I'm closer. I'll try to fix it. I just didn't want other speaker noise to get picked up, but it should be a little better now, hopefully.
Turn you down a little bit. I slept like a motherfucker. That guy in the Corvette didn't go.
Oh my god, is damage on? Yes, it is. Crap.
Oh, turn in. Oh.
I followed them. I literally fucking followed them.
Whoa.
Trying to drive nicely here.
I think I just killed an Austin, but I don't know what the hell just happened.
They need to buff the Mustang. I gotta tell Aris about that. I should say. But the Mustang GT3 needs a horsepower buff, and the Porsche GT4 needs a horsepower debuff.
Oh.
The GT4 Porsche is almost as fast. And, well, it is on the top end. The GT4 Porsche is faster than the Mustang after about 160. And they're pretty close up to that point. And that's just...
Holy shit.
Yeah, Ivan, the GT class I still think is like the best class in sim racing, in my opinion. It really is just, it feels so goddamn good. All right, come here, Furry. You're next.
Waiting. No, I'm not. I'm waiting.
Good to hear your voice, sir. Haven't heard it in a minute. How's everything treating you down there in the NZ?
Oh, yeah, just taking a bit of a break.
I don't blame you.
Not racing so much.
I don't blame you.
Do you have any misshifts on your Simagic gear?
No. What are you experiencing? I knew it. I knew it.
Whoever's behind me in the AMG, just take it. I got damage. What the hell?
I don't know if that's me. Who are you?
That was
Did
you,
you-
AJ?
Ryan Gusto?
That's a bummer.
Ryan Gusto?
That was weird.
No.
I hate that other people have connection issues, man, because it's like, it's so frustrating that I don't. Like, I mean, it's not frustrating that I personally don't, but it's frustrating that my sense of how the game runs is just completely different from other people.
Just talking about that with somebody, it's just...
Like, why does
Yeah,
it feel so random? Like, so, oh, sorry, that's just not used to the brakes. Like, why is it so good for some people and just so poor for others?
Well, not to rag on people. You know, people. But some people know how to set some stuff up, but other people don't.
I mean, there's no doubt that that is definitely part of the PC. Oh, I died. There's no doubt that that is definitely part of the PC stuff, without a doubt. But PlayStation should be, okay, your shit's on Ethernet cable, not on Wi-Fi. You check that box, and that's all there is to it. And, like, hopefully you don't have... I gotta change with this FOV. I can't race like this. I gotta be able to look out my side view. Why is it actually farther back? That shouldn't be there. Man, these seat bolsters in this AMG can suck my asshole. Like, I need to be able to look out my sides here. What's that?
The LMDH.
Oh, they feel a lot better. I think there's definitely some work to be done in setups because they're very safe. Very safe. Like for example, in the Cadillac LMDH today, my last race of the day, I took 3 degrees out of the rear wing and turned TC down to 1, and I wasn't even attempting to shake the rear end of that car, and I still only did like 138. And previous update, I could do 134s out of a setup like that, but the car was way harder to drive. So even at taking that 3 degrees out of it, there's still a shit ton of downforce out of that rear wing. So I think that in the next revision on those cars, they're going to have to scale some of the downforce better. Because, like, 1 to 3 degrees feels like the update before where it was like 1 to 11 degrees or whatever the max was.
More downforce now.
It's all good, Dimitri. It's part of the game. Learning. I get a lot of shit for running lobbies where I let newbies... Well, I'm not saying you're a newbie, but you know what I mean. More casual experience happen, and unfortunately some people get crashed and get frustrated, but... I do not run hardcore lobbies. I'll save that stuff for leagues, you know? But as far as these open lobbies go, I'm here to... It's whatever. Try the game out, you know? But that being said, if you're in the lobby, do your best to, you know, not drive poorly. Best I can say. If you're intentionally rimming, then oh yeah, you're fucked. I'm gonna find out.
And this AMG's just pulling on me.
AMG's got balls, man. AMG and the Lambo, man, they got some straight line speed. BMW's right there with them. Why am I getting a blue flag? There's nobody fucking even around me. Literally nobody around me. I'm getting blue flagged. That LMDH is like a city block away from me. What are you doing? Going on, Joe? But like my force feedback right now feels fucking off the. Oh boy, my bad. Here, take the pass. I'm in dead last. I shouldn't even be in this race. I should be back in the pits, but I'm just here to party at this point. Oh, now you're the AI. All right, I'm not gonna make anybody wait for me to fucking finish this race because I'm dead last. So, yeah, no, dude, my force feedback. The GT3, like I said, I do think that's what sucks about sim racing is that it's so hard to judge what a problem is because bad force feedback or problematic force feedback can make a car with good physics feel like a bag of shit. Like, this AMG to me feels so goddamn good right now. But my force feedback feels so goddamn good. So... I don't know.
Felt good.
What'd you say?
Good is good.
JP1.
Oh, yeah, JP1s. I've always liked the
Felt
JP1s.
so good.
I've always liked the JP1s.
Yeah,
I wish-
pizza sub combo is, you had the pace on me.
Yeah, it's Mr. Oganoski. I did message Sora again, but he's probably sleeping or at a bar or doing anything but thinking about PMR. It does look like the lobbies are hanging up again, which is what happened last update, where the lobbies take forever to end, essentially. Like, the AI cars have to complete a full lap. So basically, if you do Nords, you have to force close the game because the lobby doesn't end when the last player crosses it. It has to do a whole nother lap again with the AI.
Yeah, mine wasn't doing it before, but it's doing it now. No, I didn't go all the way. Did 3/4 of the lap.
You referring to mine, Austin? No Warzone tonight, Joey. Tonight's a PMR night, a racing night. I need a good evening of just some casual racing. Doesn't make me want to murder everybody in sight. Let's see.
Pretty good lobby too. 20 peeps.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll go up and down. Oh, wrong one.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Let's see. Oh, what am I doing here? Why am I all fucking
Nobody
jacking?
racing the JP1, so regular GTs in there.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. I figure the JP1s would be a nice battle for the LMDHs, but...
Yeah, there's only 2 of them and 1 of me.
I mean, they are close.
Yeah, I beat one of them. The other guy.
How many were in the lobby?
There was only 2 LMDHs and 2 JP1s, and the other JP1 guy quit.
What's next?
I'm going to add GTs, and we're going to go to Bathurst, and we're all going to die.
Oh my god.
That sounds fun.
Oh, you got echo.
Yeah, I think it's, according to my Discord, I think it's you, Mr. Robert. Mr. Frolla. I gotta take a piss. Y'all have fun.
That should have fixed it. I had you going on a TV for the live stream.
Gotcha.
Hey, my Discord keeps disconnecting. Or not my Discord, my Sim Hub. I keep losing all the data. Is anybody else having that?
Yep.
This is what sucks. I've never fucking had that problem. Ever. My shit just works. I hate that my shit just works. I feel like I'm a liar.
Yeah, but if I guarantee you, if you put on your haptics, you'd see it.
That's what I'm wondering, if I've got too much shit. Because I added a shift light, a gear indicator. Yep. I got
a
DDU,
I got the wheel, I got a seat.
I got my butt kicker going, but it all went out, and then I've got
I just got disconnected from host. Ugh. Telling you, they fix something and break something else every time. The last update was the best update in a while.
I'm gonna go and blame
Do it again.
California. Alright, I'm gonna turn on my haptics because that's literally the only thing that I actually do with my sim hub, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine will disconnect and then it'll reconnect. Like maybe once or twice while I'm on, but that's about it.
I'm losing it all. Gearing isn't. The telemetry is not working.
Aren't we all losing it all?
Losing it all slowly.
Where is my bro hub?
Bro Hub? That sounds suspicious, man.
I gotta open up Pornhub. What?
Race in the bush.
Alright, let's see. Turn on that.
Alright, boys, we're hitting all the walls.
Alright, butt kickers are on. Sorry to the people looking at my camera. I'm already getting idle. Already getting the car idling, so. And I haven't even left the pits yet.
Ah, shit. Run the
my
default.
rig is shaking like crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Disconnected from host.
Gotta stop downloading that Smurf porn, dude.
Look at, dude, look at, look at my fucking camera. That's hysterical. Look at my stream right now. That's why I don't stream with my haptics on.
Turn them down.
No, fuck that. My haptics are dialed the fuck in right now. Last thing I want to do is manipulate that so my camera doesn't. Oh boy, so my camera doesn't buzz for streaming. I'd rather just run it without them in the stream. My problem is I gotta put an isolator of some kind on my webcam because it's on a magnetic base and it's attached directly to the rig, so there's no dampening of any kind from anything.
Oh, disconnected from host again. Reboot the game.
Anybody else in chat experiencing that? Or is that just you?
All the time unless I race with you.
So you have... Oh, I gotta take, yeah. I gotta take, final drive on the car.
What can I do to move?
I mean, I haven't had a single, telemetry of any kind drop out.
Oh, someone's dead.
Whoop, that was,
So you have a butt kicker? Do you have a
I got two. I have butt kickers and I have pedal haptics. I have the pedal haptics to have the poor man's, what do you call it, pedal? What you got? I have the poor man version of that.
the next level HPA?
Oh my god, I just... Force feedback so strong, it just ripped the fucking wheel out of my hand. God damn, that hurt. I tried to hold on. I should have known better. When I feel the start to do that, I should just let go of the wheel and eat the crash. I try and save it and hold on, and it literally just breaks my wrist.
I'm in the grass.
Um...
Oh, my wrist.
Yeah, I mean, my for what it's worth, my shit's working. I mean, I run it for a little bit here, a few races and see what happens, but so far, I got no issues with telemetry.
Can't I look left or right? What the hell?
You know what, Seaberg? You know what your issue is? You got too many white blood cells right now going on in your shit. Because that is a problem in real life. You got too many white blood cells. They just start attacking everything, good and bad.
I get cancer now.
You got all you got motion, you got haptics, you got fucking active pedals, you got active fucking, I don't know, you got PCP and running in the computer to got LSD in your veins. I don't fucking know.
Problem is, it should all fucking work.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a too much thing.
Welcome to 2026, where you can say that about fucking everything in the world and nothing fucking works. Why do you think?
I love my 229.
Why do you think that I work alone in my? I've been employed or self-employed since 2017, and I have 0 employees. Do you think that's because everybody is such a great person to work with and they're such a fantastic employee and they're all so great at their jobs? No, it's because everybody fucking sucks at their job. And I can't trust anybody with my name on it. So I work alone. And unfortunately, all that does is just make my life more stressful, and I make less money in the process. Because I need a secretary. Anybody want to be an intern? Just be a secretary. Sure. You gotta deal with all posts on social media. You gotta be cool, calm, and collected. You cannot lose your temper. All the things I'm not good at, basically. You can't call people a cunt or a retard when they're earning of the title.
I forget, where are you at in the U.S.?
I'm in North Carolina, but I'm from New England.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I couldn't pin down the accent.
Oh yeah, technically it's Rhode Island. I'm if we're gonna get real ethnic, I'm Italian.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hear it now.
Yeah, I'm more it's my dominant ethnicity is Italian, but I've actually done a really good job of filtering out Italian accent because, like, for example, Florida. That's how you say the name of the state. But the Italian or the New England, Rhode Island way to say Florida is Florida. And I hate it. Like, when my mother says it, I cringe every time because I used to say it that way. When you going back down to Florida? I'm not. Uh-oh. Where do I rank Modelo in my list? I'd have to rank them as in its own Mexican beer because unfortunately, when it comes to beer, I'm much more of a Chad, and I like IPAs and fancy beers. But when it comes to drinking regular old shelf beer, I recently got not Pisc. What the fuck? I forgot what they're called again. The other Mexican beer. I have like Piscatello in my head, but it's not that. I was drinking them on stream when I was tuning bikes. What the fuck was it called again? That's another good luxury of being self-employed. Drinking on the job. Nobody can fire you. Fuck, the yellow bottle.
This is the update that they're pushing out for the fucking event. That sim racing show. They're in trouble.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Pacifico, thank you. Thank you. Fuck. Pacifico. It all depends on what experience they show at the show. If they have my experience, they're gonna have a great show. If they have your experience, they're gonna fucking crash and burn. And we're both on computer playing the same game. You know, that's what's like the most frustrating thing about it, right?
Holy ass! A GT3 is running 159.
I don't know why you're getting sporadic because I know Austin when he tries to join like console servers, he can't get in. And
I just got dropped from yours now too, and it won't let me come in because I think we're transitioning to race.
Oh shit.
That's okay. I'll hang out and answer questions. And I'll jump to the next one.
But yeah, no, that would be a very interesting podcast. You and Aris having a conversation. You know, I think.
See, I have no opinion of him because I never actually spent much time at all with ACC. So I see a lot of comments being like, "Oh, he ruined ACC and then he left." And I'm like, I have no reference to that.
Yeah, there is a very polarized. This is one thing I don't understand about people in general. Why does everything have to be polarizing? Why can't there be like common ground of like maybe yes, maybe no? I know people want to bitch. Like, trust me, I see that all the time. People just want to complain. Admittedly, I get in my complain funks too, but I usually recognize that I'm doing it too much and I need to shut the fuck up. But
I think what it boils down to is K-Fab. Like, it's a wrestling thing where like everyone's kind of a larger than life version of themselves on the internet, so like they kind of play into that, knowingly or unknowingly, and it just kind of results in the internet spiraling. And like I play into it too. Like I kind of don't mind my reputation to some degree.
Yeah.
But I play up on it, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's because of the polarizing thing. You can either pretend to be the hero or pretend to be the villain. But whatever you're gonna pick, lean into it, because it seems to be like what the world likes. You know, I kind of hate it, but that's what it is. I'm at that point too where like I get talked about so much for playing fucking video games that like, you know what? I'm just gonna become the villain. I'm gonna put on a Rey Mysterio mask, and that's who I'm gonna be. You know? Everybody hates Dr. Disrespect. Fuck it. I'll make a character and I'll be hated. That's what it is. You know?
Where do I go to down to delete my shaders in Steam?
My games, documents, my games, PMR, and then shaders, and delete everything in that. If you have more than one, that's the start of a problem anyway.
Well, I do not just the documents. I go into the core game files and delete that too.
Yeah, I just delete the My Games one because that's the shader it creates every time you change a driver, the game update, something like that. It creates a new file. I don't know why it doesn't replace the file.
And AJ has got that Audi flying.
Yeah, he does. Fuck.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that's been in this for a minute, in the game for a minute, where he you know, he was I don't want to say average, but he was quite average, and then now he's a fast guy, you know. So cool to see the guys that have stuck to it actually improve. I'm the guy that stuck to it and I haven't improved. I was dog shit then and I'm still dog shit. So
I mean, it could be a car balancing. Like I know before Aris came on with PMR, the cars they did a really good job balancing the GT3 cars, and now once he started making changes for 2.1, they kind of said, you know, the important thing is we just get the tires where we want them.
Yeah.
And kind of caution to win with balancing. So like it could be a car thing. I know like getting the 208 I ran in the Audi earlier was like tough. Or not the Audi, the Merc, sorry.
Yeah.
Get back to the menu. There we go.
You have to verify the integrity of your files. Do it now.
Stop it!
Go. Get to the integrity.
Focus on the line. Stop it!
It's a bummer. The last update was so good for me. It was like awesome.
And what's funny is that no update has from my experience, has either made the game or broke the game. Every update is just an update. You know, it's just crazy how
it's just super hardware dependent.
Yeah, but don't you uninstall?
He's got good shit though. I haven't in a while. I've gotten to a point now where I just delete shaders. Like I delete shaders almost every time I fucking play the game, just because.
Okay.
Oh.
People are dying left and right.
I'm just playing defense here.
Same. Oh my god. Okay.
My goal for sim racing is that GT3s would just stop being so focused on all of like, because like I know we're driving GT3s right now, and they're the big thing that everybody wants to race and talk about it, but oh my god, can we just go race better cars?
I kind of love them because they're like the road racing equivalent to late models. It's kind of what everyone just kind of defaults to. They're not too complex or fast, but they're not that fast. I think what it boils down to is I wish we had more of them.
Yeah.
Like it's cool when you have 12 to 15 to pick from like everything. And we had a couple flubs on that front. I mean, we had Ferrari and they pulled out last minute. You can see it in the trailers and the preview screenshots and stuff. So like Ferrari would have been cool to have. McLaren, I think what happened, and it was actually talked about on what was it, Overtake. McLaren went through some sort of brand restructuring where they split off the road car division from the actual race team and like the race cars they make. And like they were doing it right as we were in the process of trying to license them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a rejection. It was just like, dude, our legal department's like sorting through this massive undertaking, and like we can't license cars for bits. We got to sort this out. So like we could have had pretty much the full grid.
Yeah. I'll tell you, just the licensing politics alone. Like I want no part of being involved in making video games. Like. I love video games, but I just want to play them. I can't imagine what it's like trying to replicate. Like, I would say this particular game is the closest that I have been to, like, seeing the development of a game. And I would never want to be part of it. Ever. You know?
The closest thing, I mean, like, I can't speak too much because it's me, right? But, like, the closest analogy I've found is it's very similar to how rock bands operate. Like, I love my boomer rock. I love, like, Kiss and Van Halen and stuff. And if you read on Wikipedia and, like, how certain albums came together and stuff like that in the 70s and 80s, there's a lot of parallels just between video game studios and rock bands.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Traffic jam.
Yeah, I don't know how I got through that without touching a fucking single car.
People are dropping like flies.
Yeah, this is where I'm curious if it's like actual disconnects or it's rage quits. Because that's the thing. In any other game, I'd be like, oh, they're just rage quitting. But in this, I'm like, I don't actually know what's happening. It could literally 100% be all rage quits, but the game's, you know, built a bit of a reputation for having unstable connections. So.
My comment on that was I'm just seeing cars crash left and right.
I don't know how I made it up the mountain without hitting a single one of those cars in that pile up.
You're running pretty good. I mean, I think I'm 10-15 seconds behind, but so it's alright.
Yeah, I got my car over-geared right now. It's geared for Sebring. I forgot to change it, so luckily it's not. Really only the last straight right there where it's a problem.
Brother.
You know,
does damage affect top speed?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it should, but I have no idea. Like, you know, I've had a totaled car where my steering wheel was off by 90 degrees and I had a record lap. So, I don't know. It should affect it, but to be fair, I have no real idea. I do know that I got a little bit of splitter damage earlier today on Rocky Knoll, and I could not turn the Mustang to save my life. It had absolutely zero front downforce, so.
I'm trying to think of who the easiest brands to work with regarding licensing for this game. And this is, I mean, it's not really NDA because you're saying nice things about people. I think Pano's was by far the coolest, from what I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was literally one email, and they're like, oh, you want to put our old 90s cars in a racing game? That's cool, sure.
You find that Ferrari is as hard to work with as everybody seems to say they are?
No, I can't really go into detail about that.
Yeah, no, I get
I think everyone knows how Ferrari operates. And historically, there's precedent with what happens when you put a Ferrari into a game. Like, even back to, like, Test Driving 1 and 2, where you couldn't customize them at all. People just kind of know how they operate, so, like, if you want to approach them, like, you gotta be prepared to spend. You gotta be prepared for them to audit your company, basically. And if they find something they don't like, they'll back away. They'll be like, no, we're just not interested. And then if you do include them, like, you have to be prepared for certain things. Like, oh, what was the story about Assetto Corsa? Like, this is 10 years ago now, when they put the F1 cars in the game. You couldn't race the F1 cars against any other car because they didn't want to be compared to a Ferrari. So, like, people had to mod that ability into the game that you could run the F1 car against other cars. And then there was a rumor, I don't remember how true it is, that the LaFerrari, when they had the Hypercar trilogy back when Top Gear was covering it, the LaFerrari had to be faster than the McLaren and the Porsche 918 Spider at specific Italian tracks. That was like the prevailing rumor for that car to be an AC. And like, it is what it is.
Interesting.
But at the same time, like, I get it, because they're both a car brand and a luxury brand, and like everyone's got the right to protect their own IP, so like they want to play that way, like cool, like that's what it is.
Yeah.
But overall, at least when we dealt with them, I felt they were being reasonable.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to even ask, but I know you most likely know why they pulled out, so I won't even ask that question.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame because, like, I typically, I'm weird. I don't really care about Ferrari, but there's no doubt the name carries weight, especially in sim racing. Or racing in general.
Even if you don't drive the car, having it on the grid to race against a Ferrari is like a benchmark car.
Yeah.
It's like F1 games, and they miss the top 2 drivers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like, what was it, Pro Evo soccer games, where like only half the teams be licensed or something like that. Like, it's cool to have that car.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can do like a Ferruccio, like how they have AC payroll mods or like fake Ferraris. You actually can do that, but like you got to think of the optics of it. Like, think of how many people were upset when this thing came out that we have tracks like Rocky Knoll and it's not called Road America, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you start doing that with cars, people start saying like, well, what is this Temu Gran Turismo? And they make comments like that, and that all kind of adds up after a while. So you gotta pick your battles then.
Yeah. Oh. That's what I get for pushing. What a way to go. What a way to go. I already finished that second Modelo. During this race, I finished my beer. Jesus Christ. It's not a good... Not good. Not good. Oh, I take this.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
Okay.
Alright, coming to the next one. I think I might, if he runs hypercars, I'll try hypercar.
We'll say, from the hypercars I'm seeing, I've only like seen one pass me, and the other ones are like struggling.
Well, by default, like, they are tricky cars to drive. Like, when we were putting them together during the development of this game, like, we found articles of people straight up saying that, like, if they had experience in LMP2 or GT3, that they didn't actually want to run the Rolex 24 in hypercars because they're like, these things are unstable. So even the real drivers are having issues with them, and I think what was like the first time they ever ran these cars was like the 2022 or 2023 Rolex 24 at Daytona, and like someone just wrecked in qualifying at the bus stop, like just lost it. Like guys were self-spinning, like the cars were really edgy. So even when you model these cars properly, like they're kind of difficult to drive.
I'm not even saying that just that. I'm just like in a straight line. I'm like flat out in a GT3, yet there's a hypercar next to me struggling to like pull away.
I've experienced I have the feeling that there might be some people that have experience with these cars in this game, and they by default are maxing out the rear wing thinking that I struggle to drive these cars. and they're completely tanking the straight line because I can tell you that the default rear wing, these cars are insanely safe now. I couldn't, like, I was driving the Cadillac on softs with 3 degrees less wing in it, and I couldn't even get the rear end of jitter on Daytona. So, and I turned TC down to 1 too. I was actually driving the car for a while with TC off, and I feel like that. Maybe I'm just used to the Sims because obviously I'll never drive one of these fucking things. But I feel like with how temperamental these cars are, you turn TC off, people are going to struggle, you know. But like I said, I'm doing that thing that I hate when people do, where they compare a bunch of things to other things that are all none of that's real, and I have no experience with the real thing. So I talking about the real thing feels kind of ignorant, you know. But either way, I mean, yeah.
Beer's cold.
I had a hell of a fight, and then I got smoked by a Corvette. And by smoked, I mean gently pushed. But it was enough to end my race. But I see, like, my experience right there, like, that car feels great for me. But again, and I'm also experiencing great force feedback. I know a lot of guys aren't, so it just sucks. It sucks to have a great experience and then so many people not. Because it makes you almost feel insane. Like, am I full of shit? Am I actually having a bad time thinking I'm having a good time? You know? But then I go play something that everybody tells me is supposed to be the greatest thing, and I'm like, no, this is actually dog shit. So.
I mean, I did most of that race with front-end damage, so my aero on the front was gone, so my steering felt like crap, but that's obviously because of the damage.
Yeah.
You also deal with a lot of unreliable narrators in gaming. I mean, I remember back in the day, like, when we were growing up, and like Madden 04, Madden 05 were like the big games. You'd see everyone whining that, oh my god, the linebackers are just making impossible interceptions over the middle, and then you actually watch people play the game with YouTube, you know, being a thing 10 to 15 years later, and it's like, buddy, like, you threw it over the middle. Like, you're an idiot, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in a lot of skill-based games where, I mean, I have to turn off a lot of creators because I see it too often where I'm like, you entered the corner like a car with way too high. Like, of course the car is going to unload and spin out on you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
It's so hard to get reliable. So, like, I just, especially when it comes to this shit, because, like, anybody that might have, like, some legitimate, genuine experience with dealing with the real things, they have some kind of financial bias behind their opinions, and it's like, I can't trust that. I'm sorry. Being where I come from, like, you can't trust anybody. Even if you know they know their shit, you can't trust them because they have a financial bias in something that is skewing their opinion to favor, you know, whatever the fuck.
And it's crazy because I'll see some of these creators, I'm not gonna name them, but they'll do iRacing. They'll be like, oh yeah, the GT3s in here feel like exactly just like the car in real life, and I'm like, dude, you know that's bullshit.
Based off on their extensive, you know. Oh, are you talking about the actual guys that drive the cars? That have driven the cars anyway?
That have driven the cars. I'm like, you know that doesn't feel
well. You got to know who to look at for certain things. Like, for example, a lot of guys that have driven GT3 cars, nobody knows they exist in sim racing because they're young dudes and they don't have a financial bias because no one has sponsored them or whatever. You know, like, I mean, he seems like a super nice dude, but I would never trust him for anything he ever says. And that's the Daniel Morad guy. The guy who makes the gloves. He's driven GT3s. Seems like a super nice dude. I'm sure I could buy the guy a beer. We'd get along great. But when it comes to his opinions on sim racing, I have a heaping pile of salt next to me whenever I hear him speak. Because he's so into iRacing.
Yeah, I think when they start pushing like iRacing as hard as they do, it's like, okay, you have like some stake in here.
I just don't know why they don't, like, there isn't more holding account. Like, there's no accountability in making things. If you truly want iRacing or whatever to be the perfect simulator, why are you not pushing to make it better? You know?
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. If you like iRacing, you like iRacing. But sitting here just, you know, not being 100% truthful, but just only because you're getting paid by, you know,
Dude, I learned a long time ago, man. Money will make the most honest people dishonest. Everybody has a number. It's disgusting. I hate money, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just how it is, man. Like, you can think of the most honest person you know, and you tell them to do something, they'll be like, no, I'm not going to sacrifice my morals. There is a dollar amount that will make them do that, you know? And it's unfortunate, but it's human nature, man. Because they no longer go about, you know what, my morals are for sale because I look at how my life can be so much better with this payout.
Yeah.
You know?
They look at the short term versus the long term.
And you know what, though? At the same time, I understand it because I tell everybody all the time, you should always put yourself first. You and your immediate people that you are with, care about, should always be the first people, the only people you care about. Now, you shouldn't progress yourself to put down others. Like, you shouldn't use other people to move yourself forward. But at the same time, if it's you or the other person and only one person's going to succeed, it's you have to put yourself first, you know?
Sorry to BMW.
But as hard as that is to possibly say to people, that is, I tell everybody that, you know, so many people that are like, they're so worried about being a good person, and it's like, you got to worry about you and your family first. They're the number one. Nobody else truly matters. They're the only ones that should matter to you. So, you know, obviously don't go out of your way to make someone else's life harder, but if it has to be you or that person, your family, or somebody else that you really don't know, your family comes first, you know? So I do understand why people have a number that they can sell their morals, you know? But it still sucks. Because a lot of times that number is just really low. You know?
The thing is with the number, dude, it's like, I had a conversation about this with somebody else a couple days ago, and there's a number, but it's like, I just can't, man. It's like, I don't care what the number is.
Yeah.
You can give me a freaking number and I'll just look you dead in the face and say, fuck you, dude. No.
Yeah. What's your number if you, like, for me, like right now, like I very much enjoy playing video games. I enjoy streaming, you know, even though I'm clearly a unintentionally controversial person when it comes to this shit. All I do is give my opinions on video games, and that seems to be enough. But regardless, what my number would be to never do this again and just completely disappear as best you could in 2026, of course, because there's no disappearing. My number would be really low, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't have a very high number to completely disappear from society. But I'm also an introvert.
You upped the stakes, though. You said disappear from society.
I've met a lot of cool people through sim racing, but man, there is a number, and it's not a very high number, that if you gave me that number and said, hey, you can never stream, you can never sim race, you can never play a video game again, but you're set for life, what would that number be? I know I have my number. It wouldn't be very high, you know. But at the same time, though, I'm not going to sell my soul for fucking peanuts.
No.
The way the sim racing space does is, it's like, oh, anyway, we're going down a
rabbit hole
bullshit. Yeah. But anyway, God, put me on this tangent. What's the problem with tangents?
Yeah, I don't remember either.
No one does.
You are not wrong about the hypercars being almost slower than GT3 cars. This is wild.
They're super, but here's the thing: they're super safe, aren't they? Like, in terms of the, like, I cannot shake the rear end on the Cadillac. They, I feel like, I don't know if it's a downforce thing, but you can, because I can tell you this: if you put the wing at 0, the car is useless. You will spin out in a straight line, just downshifting.
No.
But the wing at 3 feels just as stable as the wing at default, which is like 5.5, I think. So I think that's where they got to do some work, is with downforce.
I think the guy in the Valkyrie in the last race figured it out because when he was coming up, he just zoomed right on by me.
Well, I don't know if you saw my last race with the on Daytona. When I got into the straights of the straights, quote unquote, of Daytona, there was a Valkyrie that I would run him down through every aspect of turning. I'd get on his bumper for the straights, and he would just length me. He was gone in the straights, and I was running 2.5 degrees down on the rear wing, and he was just checking the fuck out. And I'm like, is there a screwdriver that's stuck under my throttle or something? Am I at Matt? It's like 75% throttle. What's going on? He's gone.
Might have found the issue. Just checking it here really quickly. The ride heights I did not agree with.
Yep. Too high or?
Oh my god, it was like 50 millimeter on the front, 105 millimeter on the back.
What were they before?
I'm doing, no, like that's what it is with the Aura setups.
Yep.
And I would run a 10 millimeter split. He's a 15 millimeter split.
Got it.
I was like, what the hell? We'll see if that works.
I haven't ran anything but the default setup yet. Well, and I've obviously pulled wing out of it, but there's a lot of things though that don't like work the way you would expect. And I always question that when it comes to setups. You know, do the changes you're making do what the real changes would do to a real car? Like for example, I think it was I think it might have been the GT4 Porsche. I went max rear wing on it, and I gained top speed. Car accelerated faster with more rear downforce. Now, yeah, exactly. But I don't doubt there's a lot of little random setup bugs like that. That's why I've kind of stayed away from that shit. Kind of drive the cars. That's the casual in me. But people hunt them, so. I gotta chop down these 10-minute. It's weird because there needs to be like I think a 1 minute adjustment for quali, because like 5 is not enough. 10 is taking a minute. This is a long 10 minutes to me. Mind you, I'm just watching, but.
Yeah, Aris's ride heights were not optimal. And he's got the wrong gear ratio in it.
On defaults or his actual...
On his uploaded setups?
Yep. So when you change the ride height, did it change the acceleration and top speed?
Oh yeah.
It did.
I'm stuck behind someone right now, but I know that clean air this thing's gonna fly. Well,
my problem is I don't know enough at all. I am completely clueless on the LMDH cars in terms of what they should or should not be, what they are in real life. I don't know a goddamn thing about them. I don't know. And the crazy thing is, too, is that I almost don't even give a shit. Like, they're cool, but nah. Nah.
Damn it, my game crashed.
Berg, you get up and running yet, or are you still having meltdowns over there?
Troubleshooting and I can't join your lobby.
Well, you can't. Well, I think it's in the transition point. I don't think you can join in overtime.
That'd be full.
Yeah, it is full.
Oh, it's full, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it can't be. Oh, never mind. Never mind. There are 32 in here. Look at that. No shit.
oh yeah. Good show. That's nice to see. I'm happy. You know, I'm happy in spite of the rough launch. I'm happy people are enjoying this and finding ways to enjoy it. Yeah. It warms my heart. It does, man.
Yeah, I wish I'm hoping the drama bullshit just settles in every direction. You know, I don't know if it ever will because people love drama, but you know, I try and err on the positive side because at the end of the day, it is a video game. Yes, it's a sim. Yes, it's chasing this, that, and the other, but man.
The tech issues are what hurt me because there is a good game under here. It's just, it sucks that.
Yeah.
I
boot are awesome. Yeah.
I boot up YouTube or Steam forums or Steam reviews, and it's like, yeah, I have this hardware set up. It runs like dick. I went back to AC. Like, I'm just like, man, like, there's such a good game underneath this stuff.
Yeah. Got a couple guys crashed here. Boy,
yeah, crashed.
What the? This is what I don't get. Now, when you say crashed, you like got booted from the lobby, or you crashed a desktop?
I crashed the desktop. So I don't know what happened there. I was trying to monitor my frames and yeah, I don't know. I was trying to finish my call. That game just kaput stung me.
Oh man.
See, that's odd. It's like some people have the issues, some people don't. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I normally played on my Xbox console, so I'm a newbie to this, but I was holding 85, 90 frames per second at 2K, and it was pretty smooth, and then it crashed.
Your GPU maxed out?
The GPU should always be maxed out, though. That's
yeah.
just the way the tech works. It should you always want your GPU.
Yeah, I've got plenty of headroom, but yeah, it's maxing it.
I don't know.
There's something with the functionality of it. I got booted from your server like 4 times. I get this incredible telemetry lag where it's not keeping up with the components in my system, and
yeah, my GPU is not even loading right now.
The only change I made was update to SimHub and the update to this game.
This is what sucks. And then there's me.
Yeah,
I have no fucking. Whoa. Hello, this dude missed me. Oh, what's going on with this? Oh. I'm gonna go real slow through here.
Yellow flag. Slow down now.
Everybody in the back just ditched the track.
Hey, perchance the other guy that's having telemetry issues, do you have any Moza gear?
Do I have any what?
I just bumped somebody.
Moza gear.
Oh no, the Magic and GSI stuff.
GSI.
I think it's just a SimHub thing. It's being weird.
So I used to have an issue with the haptic pedal.
My SimHub's working fine. This is what sucks, man. I can't. This is the type of shit that makes me play Call of Duty at night.
Well, I like just updated that and Sim Pro, so it's something.
I'm also running Moza, but not experiencing that. Oh my god!
There's a yellow flag. Yellow flag.
I almost died.
I will say the full grid's making it a lot more fun, even though I'm racing a lot of, kamikazes, if you will. It's a new element, you know? Throw some dodgeball in there. Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah, this guy's running default on the hyper because I'm catching him, and it's confusing. Oh, that's what I get for following him.
I fucked it. I fucked it. I'll tell you, turn 1 in Imola, man. That is my... It's not even hard. My memory is just dog shit.
Yellow flag. That's the yellow
I wonder if
flag.
I change the frequency.
Oh, you got that trip. You had the exit speed.
Not sure what track we're doing next wave, but we'll figure that out in a minute.
Collisions.
Yellow flag. Slow down. Don't overtake.
Your next trap. Once I foobar this turn again.
Let's see, turn 1. Although I have no idea what gear I'm in right now, to be honest.
Damn it, I did it again. This guy. Brother, where are you going?
This is hysterical to watch.
I'm only burning in the Cadillac hypercar, even after consuming all the battery, like 1 liter per lap. That's not right.
Yellow flag. Yellow flag.
All right.
Sharp
Let's
stay
do
on track.
it.
Almost forgot there was a braking zone there.
Braking's overrated. Throttle's where it's at.
Have you seen the people in the lobby? Braking is definitely overrated.
Pro throttle.
See if I can hold off Slick for a while.
Oh, Slick's in front of me. I just realized. He snuck in here. Oh, hello, Slick. Goodbye, Slick.
This track is so good. Even watching as a spectator this time around.
Yeah, Imola's definitely fun. I wish I liked Interlagos, man. I just don't like that fucking track. I no matter, every fiber in my being just hates that track. And I don't know why.
Last time we ran Zolder.
It's been a while, actually, on Zolder.
Let's go
I love Zolder.
Evan, you don't like the traditional F1 tracks.
I've noticed that. I do notice that. I don't know why.
I think because they don't speak to the muscle cars you like to drive.
Well, there's no doubt that the, half throttle banking style long turns are a lot more fun in an F1 car than a GT3 car.
Fair.
And I think that could be part of it. But no, you son of a bitch tits. I'm fucked. Oh, mother of God. This is what sucks. You just... No way to get back in this race. I'm going to lose every position just waiting for a safety.
Good on you for waiting.
And just like that, back into 20th from, like, what, 7th? I don't remember what I was in. God damn it.
You're in GT3s, you're 4th.
Yellow flag. That's
What's he
the
on?
yellow flag.
I'm in 20th overall. I'm in 12th and...
Slow down way too much for that.
I really don't like the throttle of these hypercars. Just look at the delay.
On the LMDH?
Yeah. This is struggle. I gotta get a good setup together for these things.
Yellow flag. Watch out for debris.
Dog fight, Sujo.
I see you fucking with my ass end.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Pause, bro. Can't be saying that. We're streaming.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh,
Not on the record.
That's a solid result, mate.
Got him.
where am I on the grid here? Alright, so I got down to 16th. So I went from dead back of the pack down to like 7th, then spun out, and then drove back to from 20th to 16th.
So you were 4th.
Did a lot,
in
I
class
did a
and
lot
went
of
down to
racing.
9th.
I did a lot of racing, I'll say that. Shit positioning, but I did a lot of racing.
Yeah, there was a lot of wrecking out there.
There's a lot of diving.
Did spin to win too much that
a lot
race?
Of diving, a lot of side smashing. Yeah.
Oh. Alright, we're gonna do Zolder now. Now we're really gonna hate everybody.
Oh boy.
Yep. It'll be interesting if the I'm gonna turn down.
I'm going back to the GTs.
I'm turning down quality for a minute here because it's taking forever.
All right, boys, I'm out of here.
Have a good night.
I gotta get ready for IMSA this weekend.
Oh shit! Like real IMSA?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at VIR.
Oh, fancy,
Sweet.
fancy.
Virginia.
Yes, sir.
Virginia.
Be camping out and beers and burgers and dogs.
Nice. Good times.
So,
Jealous.
it's gonna be a good time.
Well,
But anyways, y'all take it easy and
do
have
sir.
some good races. Yep, we'll do. Later.
Let's see. Yes, like braking is definitely way different. Like I said, what do you think? What are your thoughts overall? Do you not like braking? Braking is definitely going to be the adjustment period. Braking still gets me. You can't late brake anymore. You can't really brake deep into the zones. You kind of really got to work on practicing braking more than anything else.
Belgium.
Looks like someone's already moved the barrel in the first chicane. Okay, all right. Maybe they did relax the track limits on Zolder. I've had a couple scenarios where that definitely would have been a track limit before, anyway.
They're too relaxed now.
Yeah, I mean, that last one, I could have swore that was going to be a track limit. I got work to do on Zolder. I am just...
I love this place. It's like a mini Monza.
Yeah.
More interesting mini Monza.
I like this a lot better than Monza. I'm not a fan of Monza. I've never been a fan of Monza. It's just, I don't know. I actually think turn 1 is fantastic. I love turn 1. And then the rest of Monza gets a little... just, I don't know. There, I guess.
Turn 1 is multiplayer like death.
I don't know if you saw the video I put up today, but for the short, that was none of that was edit. That was all real time, music and all. So it was pretty funny. I set myself up for massive jinxing failure, and did exactly what I said I was going to do, and I did not intend to actually be able to do it.
You know what this game does a lot better than other sims out there is you can see people making speed differently.
What do you mean?
Like, you can tell, based on people's line choice and their throttle rhythm, you can see people gain and lose really prominently compared to other sims.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, even different mix of cars. Like, I've been in a pack with a mix of GT3 and GT1 cars. And, like, you can see individual cars building speed different ways. It's really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, this game does a lot of, in my opinion, the best of. And then it's, again, like you said, the tech issues is just like, god damn it, it really does put a black cloud over the whole thing.
No, the bones are there. It's an excellent title. It's the best force feedback in the business.
Yeah, but you see, like, you say that, and I agree with you. But you see how many people fucking hate the force feedback? That's where I'm so... to the point where, like, am I just fucking insane? Do I have really bad taste?
Pure rack forces. It's a pure rack force model, so you don't get a lot of extra noise and effects that people might be used to or intentionally turned up in other sims.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is just what a steering rack feels like in a race car.
Agreed.
Other people
Agreed.
are like, yeah, it needs... Other people are like, it's not conveying the seat of the pants feel enough. And it's like, well, it's a steering rack.
I get really frustrated because, you know, a lot of the guys that have been sim racing, I've been sim racing for 20 years. Cool. I know guys that, when I first started welding, they've been welding for 30 years. They welded for 30 years fucking wrong, you know? But the point, though, is that they want all of these forces and things to come through the steering wheel. I'm like, well, that doesn't come through a steering wheel of a car. So,
no.
You know, I don't... Like, people want, like, lateral G to come through the steering wheel. I'm like, I'm sorry, but no.
And the other thing, too, that makes a lot of people mad is, in my opinion, if you're driving through the force feedback, that means you're waiting for the car to do something and then responding to it, and you're behind the car. Like, imagine driving a bike that way.
Yeah,
waiting for the bike to do something. Like, you're behind it, you're going to wreck.
Yep. 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 I mean, in simple like tuning terms, you've got your standard ECU tuning, and then you've got your piggyback style tuning, which is far more common and entry level. But piggyback tuning is reactionary tuning, meaning you're waiting for a command to happen, for the event in the engine to happen, and then it's going to make a correction after the fact. Even if on a spreadsheet the numbers look like the same numbers, the performance is not the same because one's reactionary, one's being proactive. It's same kind of thing.
That's what you do, right? Is bike tuning?
Yeah, bike tuning. I stepped off a lot on like actual building motorcycles, but yes, I've done all primarily straight line motorcycle racing.
Ah, you're a drag guy, hey?
Drag, land speed, 1 mile, stuff like that. But yeah.
That's cool. That's my entire family, and then I was the redheaded stepchild that went over racing. Nice.
It's weird. I see no point in me ever wanting to do any kind of circuit racing on a motorcycle. And funny thing is, I have drag raced cars. That's how I started. And I would never want to drag race a car ever again. I'd only want to circuit race a car. But I would never want to circuit race a bike. I'd only want to straight line race a bike. Weird. I don't know. Also, something about operating a clutch on your hand instead of a foot, I've always been better at. I was never really good at drag racing a stick shift car. I was okay at it. I had the fundamentals down, but I was never anything special. Bikes, I find it extremely
the big thing
easy.
is for any sort of NHRA bracket racing, everyone runs automatic anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mess.
Chaos.
I hate when you can see the radar of the person coming to just ruin your day.
Oh. Sometimes I forget about the people behind me trying to predict the people in front of me. So it causes me to drive erratically. And
Oh, that's pretty good scan for a public lobby. Oh, come on.
Are you fucking kidding?
Whoa.
We entered that at like 10 kilometers an hour. People still got turned. we did the first chicane right, which is pretty crazy.
Wait, what's going on the track?
That was ridiculous. Oh, that Lambo just took me out.
Oh. Not bad. Those GTs, they fly.
Every corner is like a graveyard.
Yeah.
Me just defending my line. I don't know.
People are dropping out like flies.
I don't blame them.
No, like off the track.
I don't blame them. Oh, how was that not a track cut? Okay, I'll take that. They definitely relaxed it on this a lot.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went over that to
Red
avoid an
MLR.
accident, and I'm like, that's definitely going to give me a track limit, and I got nothing. Oh.
My goodness. Oh, there he goes.
Man, this is a great race here.
Right?
And this mid-pack stuff, this is really good.
Next up, Interlagos.
Alright. I gotta go, guys. I have literally anything else to do with my life.
Guy just bonked me out of his way. How do you like it?
This is actually pretty wild how good of a race this is, considering it's multi-class, it's Zolder, and there's a lot of fucking people on it.
It's because you're at the front.
I'm far from the front. Or am I at the front? I am at the front. Fuck. Oh, god damn it! I just drove off the track, and it's fine. I fucked it. I fucked it. Oh, my bad. Sorry there, GT. I waited way too long on the brakes right there.
Did you do most sport yet?
No.
As long as it's not Nürburgring time.
Having to look through people's windows to see if they got through the chicane okay.
Oh! Got smashed.
I saw y'all getting big in the mirror at the inside.
It's weird. It said I just got a penalty, but I didn't. Like, I just got the audio cue that I just got a penalty, and I have no penalty. That's strange.
Man, these 3 GT cars in front of me, like, that is the best racing I've seen in this game.
Right?
You've been given a penalty. You've got to keep the time back. Slow down and move off the racing line. Okay, mate. Good to go now.
Well, since you're in North Carolina, are you going to the NHRA race in like a month or so?
No. I got a very busy couple months that are totally unrelated to motorsport.
Shit, I got you first.
Yes, sir.
Do you know anyone affected by like the IHRA fallout? These past few weeks?
No. I'll be honest with you. I've been out of the scene personally for a while now. Not a while, but I'd say a good 2 years. I kind of pulled myself out of it. That's why I've been doing a lot more of this, because I have more time, and I've been just focusing on primarily just the business side of things. But I haven't thrown a leg over either one of my bikes in the Busa, which is my faster of the two, in a good year and a half. Kind of crazy. I just pulled myself out of it and said I'm good. You know. The one thing I will say is, like, I learned this lesson a long time ago, and it really started to become a problem. But I basically, my short story long, or long story short, I lost my nerve. I started thinking about all things that could go wrong, and that's when I'm like, all right, it's time to hang it up. But I'll be honest with you, I'm a lot happier since I did.
In terms of riding?
Yeah, just being on a bike in general. Anything.
With
Anything.
age comes a cage.
Yep. I know a lot of guys that are much, much better riders than me get killed doing nothing. You know, guys my age, I'm 40. Recently, well, by recently I mean like 9 months ago. He's on his bike, just cruising, just casual riding. Fucking some chick pulled out in front of him, dead, just like that. It's that quick. And it's like, this is the dude that's like the, you know, the alien of sport bike racing, and just dies on a Sunday cruise. You know. So.
I was like, last year the monster truck driver Dan Runty got in a wreck on his Harley, passed away. Old Bigfoot driver.
Yep.
Him. Yeah. And then like here too in Canada, like our roads are so bad because of the weather. Like it's not safe even in the summertime to ride any sort of sport bike or even a Harley on like a major highway because it's just fucking potholes everywhere.
Yep. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I have an itch that I do want to scratch, but I'm like at the point where, like, all right, you know what, I want to go to Bonneville and I want to oil down the salt flats. That's my goal. I want to send connecting rods every direction possible at, 240 miles an hour and just be like, all right, I did it. That's a bucket list checkbox and we're good. You know.
Do they only run once a year or is it like a monthly thing?
To be honest with you, I don't even know. I one of those things where I'm going to research the shit out of it before I actually commit to it, and then I'll know, we find out.
All right, fellas, I'm heading out. Have a good night.
You too.
See you, homie.
See you.
Good night.
Yeah, so it looks like it's annual. But it's annual-ish. It's once a year for, looks like 4 months.
Oh, so it's kind of like a temporary track.
Yeah. Basically like New England style drag racing, where the tracks are only open seasonally. July, August, September, and then part of October, which is like New England Dragway in New Hampshire. They're open from April to the end of November.
That's kind of like our season too. Our seasons up here are really short.
Yeah. Down here you go racing on Christmas, Chase, we got a few races going, so jump on in. You might be Mr. Raceline. Oh. Audio? Uh-oh. Oh, I just got a crash. And my game just checked out on me. Giants Engine 10.0 is not responding. That was a weird one. Oh, I'm no longer host.
Well, that's good. Host migration works. Server's still up.
Yeah. According to Sora, he said the eventual plan is so that if the host gets disconnected in this situation, when they rejoin up, it'll migrate back to them as the host. So, cool. It's a good idea as long as it works,
Yeah, they've definitely. I mean, since day one, they've had an uphill battle with the engine.
Yeah.
And some stuff about the Giants engine I really fucking like the load times. Dude, the load times are insane.
I will say, I agree. It's weird when people say like the game takes forever to load. I'm like, honestly, I genuinely believe you might have an actual issue on your end then, because I've noticed that this game is very snappy when it comes to loading. If you load up an iRacing simulation, even just a test lap or what's just you on the track, it takes fucking forever. AMS2 takes forever. They all take forever to get going, and then this game just opens right up.
And visually, like, consoles are a different story, but I've always thought this game looks amazing on PC.
Yeah, it very much does. It very much does. Very much does.
I'm catching air going into the downhill section. That's kind of spooky.
Going the LMDH?
No, I'm in the GT3 car.
Oh, that's right. It's your last race.
Do you have any questions for me now that I'm here, hanging out? Might be a reward for people who stuck around an hour and a half into the stream. There's some stuff obviously can't answer, right? But
yeah. I mean, I err on the side of caution, so if anybody's got any questions for Mr. Austin here, ask in chat, and I'll relay. If you're not on that chat open,
Sega coming.
Goes right for the NDA. That's funny.
I mean, like, I know what the DLC plan is, and a lot of it has been leaked on Steam with just the description of the packs, but from what I understand, they did change tracks around, but I don't know what they are.
So the better that this game starts
I know more
to
is
run,
coming.
Go ahead.
Yellow flag. That's the yellow flag. Come on, let's take this pole. Maximum push now.
The better this game starts running, are they starting to think about getting a penalty system into this game?
Does
Well,
the
I think it was Jester who said it was borked for this build. What do you mean penalty system? Just like more stringent cut track stuff? Or?
Well, people bang into people and knock them off the whole freaking track and everything else. And just
basically want a contact penalty system, and I don't even know how that would get made, honestly. I feel like it's a hard thing to do. I don't know, though.
It's easy to do a no-fault system like iRacing because the server just has to ping, okay, there was an accident there between those cars, assign them both a penalty, right?
Yep.
It's really hard to adjudicate it, especially if you want to have, like, a good example. Oh, I think I just crashed, too. Yep. Yep, I 100% just crashed, but I'll hang out. It's hard to find fault in every individual wreck, let's say, because like every single racing incident possible is contextual.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And like, I mean, you got to think like even big NASCAR wrecks or like driver rivalries like IMSA or WEC. I mean, they might spend the entire season debating one wreck at like round 2. And years go by and people are like, no, that's that person's fault actually because of this. So imagine trying to write some sort of AI-powered system to adjudicate that and determine intent and prior background history. Because you got to think, like, some wrecks on iRacing are like, some dude has a rivalry with some dude in Alabama, you know what I mean? And they've been brawling in A-fixed races for 20 races straight. And he did a dirty block, but the cars never made contact, and then this guy swerved and hit this guy, and when you start really unpacking wrecks, it's like, dude, you can't get a computer system to determine that. So what you can really do is either you do a no-fault system, or you have it like it is right now, where you just have people, what's it called, file in protest for the really egregious stuff. Yeah. And you let a lot of the small stuff slide, because I mean, at the end of the day, there's another race in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can get rid of some of the shitters and the destructive players by just. And I think they should do this, is a whole rank reset for everybody, and make everybody redo the license test, and just make the license test pretty stringent.
Yeah.
Because that'll get rid of your trolls, especially when like the free weekend happens. That'll get rid of your trolls and stuff like that who come in during the free weekend or just like drunk or high or things like that, and kind of curate people a little better.
Yeah. I do agree that I do think I think so much of this game has changed that I think a ranked reset. I thought the problem is that, the guys at the top are obviously going to hate that, But at the end of the day, like, I don't even know how the ranking system in this game works. Like, I truly have absolutely no idea.
I can explain it to you.
Well,
Would you like
there you
to
go.
learn?
Sure. Please do. Please.
Yeah. It's pretty much iRacing. Elo rank, which is used in chess, then used through at Xbox Live, and then used in iRacing. It's converted into a 0 to 100 number because that's a lot easier to understand and it doesn't deal with like iRating inflation. That's something you see on iRacing all the time. A good iRating back when I was a kid was like 5,000. Now people are at 10,000. So if you have a 5,000 now, like you're nothing. But converting it to 0 to 100 is kind of like a sports game overall. I mean, everyone loves sports games, right? So
yeah,
that kind of fixes that. And then the championship points you get are based on strength of field. So if you're a 93 overall driver, the whole field you race against at like 2 a.m. is 156 overalls, you don't really get a lot of championship points. You have to be in a stacked field of like 80 overall, 90 overall drivers to really get big championship points. And that's sort of it. That's it. It's all just strength of field based.
Got it. Now, is there anything that actually adjusts rating by not playing it? Like, I feel like a lot of times, I don't know if this is just bugs or what, because I haven't race ranked in a long time, and my rating has pretty much moved all over the place, and usually going down, and I don't play it.
That's a good question. When I designed it, it was stagnant.
Yep.
So it just stayed the same, because like at the end of the day, like if someone has to take a week, 3 months off because like, oh, they got a university course they got to study for, whatever, like it's not fair to them to de-rank them. But that idea was floated around, so they may have just implemented with it without telling anyone.
Yep.
Which, it makes sense. Like, I'm for either or. Like, there's arguments for it.
I'm trying to think, I want to say it was, Overwatch. Shooter game that I think did that. If you didn't play it, you lost your rating. Whatever your ranking was, your ranking would go down consistently if you stopped playing.
Yeah, and there's value to that. The one thing I think kind of do, people like, I know from like being in different discords and stuff like that, that like a lot of people who play these games are like university kids and people with part-time jobs. You don't want to like make them feel like they're missing out because they're not no life in the game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got moved to nights for 2 months because my supervisor moved it. And so it's like, oh, we're poo-pooing your sim racing rank because you're not a good driver. Like, what the hell? But there is an argument that, okay, if you really haven't been on the game in 2 months, then like you can't prove that you're still at 95 overall kind of thing. So there's for and against. Both are good arguments anyway.
Yeah. All I know is I wouldn't be able to make a video game. That's all I've learned. All I've learned. I would lose my mind. Every time I thought I did something perfect, someone would tell me it's a piece of shit. And someone else would say, no, it's great. And then, where do you get the feedback? Who's the best person to listen to? Who's right? Who's wrong?
Well, that's especially tough. That's especially tough when it comes to like driver feedback, and you see it in real racing a lot. Like with Marco doing all sorts of stuff on the drag side, he's walking around the pits and being pointed, and like that person's idle's wrong. Like that car probably might not run very well next round. But yeah, that happens a lot in sim racing. This happened historically in sim racing too, where like someone who's just not a strong driver gives feedback that kind of steers devs in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Well, I know that's very much true in every racing that I've experienced, but let's talk bikes since that's the one I have the most amount of time in from like a professional standpoint. The best riders that I've ever experienced in terms of talent are some of the worst at giving feedback on what the bike is doing, what's wrong. It's just not right. It's just, it feels like a piece of shit. I'm sorry, but I can't make a shock adjustment based off of a piece of shit assessment. I need to know, what's it doing? Is the tire spinning? When is the tire spinning? Is it spinning initially? Is it spinning when the first gear shift? When is this tire giving you a hard time? Is the front end coming up? What is the bike doing? And then you get another guy who might not be the best rider out there, but he'll tell you every single thing the bike did or did not do, and you can quickly, boom, now the bike's perfect. You know,
but he's also slow, so it's like, okay, if you
yeah,
pick up speed or you give this setup to a different guy, is it going to work for him?
Exactly.
And it's same exact thing happens with sim racing. Like, I won't name names, but there was certainly some of that going on with PMR.
Yeah.
And it was frustrating.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell which cars that affected more than others, but yeah, it was a thing. And you know what? It's not unique to PMRs. I'm not previewing on the game.
Yeah.
It is 100% like the big challenge of sim racing and making one of these games is, okay, like, most teams are pretty good at getting an engine together and all the gameplay mechanics together, and most teams kind of come to the same conclusions on like how the menu system should work and what buttons are where. A lot of the car handling feedback is like, oops, they listened to the wrong guy. That used to plague iRacing back in the day.
Yeah.
Back when it was first getting started.
How do you siphon those people out? Like, can you? Here's the thing. Let's go down the positive route. Who do you think is really, really, really good at real feedback? Like, with experience driving cars that you would listen to if they gave you feedback?
Shane Van Gisbergen.
Who?
Shane Van Gisbergen. He is the
Never heard of him.
V8 Supercars driver. Some of the Aussies in here will know. He's a V8 Supercar driver, won a bunch of championships.
Yep.
And then moved over to NASCAR, and he's driving for Trackhouse right now.
Oh,
He's
shit.
got all sorts of road course wins in NASCAR, but no oval wins. But he was really big on iRacing. I think he's my age. He was huge on iRacing back in the day when we were all kids, and was very much working with the devs one-to-one. And when they started going against his feedback, he kind of dipped out of the game for a bit.
Yep.
And then the cars got worse. That was the prevailing story I was told from back in the day.
Gotcha.
He was good. We used to race with Rody Kostecki from V8 Supercars back when we were all kids. He was pretty good at feedback. He could have been a champion sim racer if the V8 Supercar thing didn't pan out.
Oh shit.
But he was an even bigger shit disturber than me.
Well, yeah. We're all guilty of that to some degree. You know, I mean, I've calmed down quite a bit. I was an asshole in my 20s and most of my 30s, that's for sure, especially in the bike shit. I used to be the type of person where all you had to do was challenge me, and I would, like, you see the way people get with, like, sim racing and how they take it, like, insanely seriously? Well, I was times 100 when it came to racing. Everything was a challenge. And now I'm like, man, I don't want to actually waste any real-life money on someone. There's going to be another one of you right behind you. You know, I constantly say, and it sounds a bit cocky, but, you know, the person currently that may or may not be saying anything bad about me or wants to create some kind of rivalry, there was 1,000 people that I've experienced like this before you, and there's going to be 1,000 people like this after you. You are not special. I don't care. Say what you want. You know,
I love that about racing. I love that everyone has an ego and there's different rivalries. It's fun. I don't have to watch TV. It's just the story of the track. I have no use for TV.
Right. Yeah, racing, it's definitely its own, especially grudge racing at the drag strip, man. Holy shit. You don't know. Someone might win a race, someone might win $100,000, someone might get shot. You don't fucking know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. What was that? What was a track in Alabama that there was a shooting at this year?
Dude, this year, like I said, I don't know. I've actively stayed out of it, but...
Probably Yellow Belly would be my guess.
Yeah. It's not as uncommon as you would think. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not super common. It's not like there's a shooting every day or something like that at a drag strip, but it isn't like, oh, back in, 1982, there was a shooting at a... No.
Yeah.
Like last week, someone popped their, did a desk pop.
There's definitely one this year.
Yeah. But...
That's why I enjoy my family stays on the pro side of it. They don't
Yeah.
go to little no prep events or like the street meets or whatever.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. It really does get, because I was big into the street stuff. I still am technically, but I stay out of it now completely in terms of participation. And the problem with lack of regulations is just lack of regulations. You know, you obviously want as little regulation as possible, but at the same time, there still needs to be structure.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
See ya. Have a good night.
You know, you do want regulation to a degree, you know. The older I get, the more I want to compete with I want to compete with the exact same fucking thing. I want to show you that I'm better than you, you know. And not that I have more money than you, because that's what the street is. The street is just whoever's got the bigger wallet usually ends up being the fastest guy to beat, because no rules. Now,
And turn that to drag racing in general, though.
Yeah, but I mean, at least still, though. I mean, money always... In all forms of racing, there's a little bit of talent and a lot of fucking money involved. So the bigger wallets usually go further in no matter how many rules there are in what class. But on the street, when it's just anything fucking goes... That's why I do like the whole, how it's been getting a lot more serious on the street, where there's actually like tournaments and shit with classes and rules. But the problem is no one's regulating those rules. No one knows what to look for. Stock engines only. Cool. You gonna tear an engine apart? No. Do you even know what you're looking at? Are you gonna be able to tell me a factory camshaft versus an aftermarket camshaft, what those look like? Do you even know what the fuck you're looking at? Yeah, you might be able to show me a head port versus a stock cylinder head, but that's easy.
It's almost like there's a reason that the NHRA was created.
Exactly.
Welcome to 1957.
But, what's going? Oh, sorry, I'm not the host anymore. Limberto, you're the host.
Yeah, he's like, what?
Right. Give me that shit back, bro. Just give me it back. Give me the crown
That would be
back.
something if they could put a button in there where you could give the host back to someone.
I mean, that is, I don't want to say common, but it's not uncommon to be able to be like, make so and so the host. I know it's not fair to compare it to Forza because Forza's got a completely different kind of budget, but like at the same time, like, well, do that in Forza. But
that's almost any game across the board.
It is always weird when there is a very
Umberto knows he's the host.
Well, he switched over.
Hey, Rocky,
changed
no.
something. He's changed. That's fine.
He
He's
made
a
it
host.
just GTEs.
That's fine. I'm fine.
It.
GTEs are
cool.
fucking awesome. I'm cool with that.
That's cool.
Get in
basically the game's version of Road America.
Get in my ZR1, as the everybody but us says. It's one of those things where when everybody else in the world says one thing one way and then only America says it differently, it's like, maybe we should just say it the way everybody else fucking says it. Like, I'm a big fan of just ditching the Imperial system, but good luck. I can throw away half my tools, Oh, what a glorious day that would be.
No, I haven't touched these things since all these fucking changes.
These things, the GTEs haven't been touched in a minute, and they drive great, so.
All right, cool.
That's the thing. That's what kills me is that the conversation's always about like the GT3s, but like these GTEs crush them. The best GT3 that this game has ever had, these GTEs just suck them up. It's not even close. They just drive so good. It's actually been a minute since I've driven one, though, so this will be interesting.
Just trying to eyeball a setup here. Against the spirit of open lobbies, but it is what it is.
Do what you gotta do.
Now, if you could share that setup.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, now you're onto something. All right. Yeah, this is one of the packs that would have been aided by having a Ferrari in it, because it would have been literally every car that ever ran in this series.
Yeah.
Well, this whole disparity between like GTE and GT3 stuff, the team was so big that like different people, and you can see this in the credits, different people worked on different classes of cars.
Yep.
And I think because GTE was kind of like this, just not necessarily an afterthought, but it's not a marquee class like GT3 is. It's a pre-order bonus, that sort of thing.
Yep.
It was kind of seen as like, okay, like you handle GTEs, but I'll handle GT3s. And then when ours came aboard, it was like, well, we'll only touch GT3s and not GTEs. Because these are very close to the same car, running on roughly the same compounds, and now they handle totally different, which again is just kind of weird.
Now, the GTEs were faster, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like souped up, unlimited money.
Yeah. Yeah, GTE
Admittedly,
was, like,
I am very class ignorant.
It just got way too expensive, so all the manufacturers dipped out. But they were awesome cars.
Well, because they couldn't sell them as customer cars, right? Like, this was supposed to be factory teams only, so they weren't making money on them. Whereas with GT3, they're selling them as cars. And it's all privateer teams running them, with some exceptions.
But even those factory teams, they can take those cars and run them in other series.
Yeah. I think it's cool we got as many cars as we did for this pack.
What's your favorite car in this game? Or class of car. That's probably an easier one, but...
Yeah, because like when I put the car list together, I thought in terms of car classes.
Goddamn.
Honestly, it's two of them that haven't come out yet. They're listed, at least one's listed as DLC. It's the 60s Trans Am cars. That's already been revealed in Steam. That's going to be fucking awesome when that comes out.
Yeah.
And then probably it's either the GTO class or the 2013 V8 supercars. It's cool to have Holden and Ford in the same game.
Yeah, yeah. Are you finding issues with the Holden like other people are?
I haven't raced it enough because like I can't get into online servers except yours,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
I mean,
my time with this game is limited.
Yeah, the only thing I've personally noticed is that the Holden seems to be a little lazier. But as far as like its overall driving, it feels now again, many others have a different opinion of this, but for me it feels very much the same. Now I don't know if it's people having force feedback issues specific to the Holden, but for me they drive almost identically. The only thing that feels a little bit different, like I said on the Holden, is it feels like it's got a completely different gear set in it. Like it just takes a while to get into the power to get it moving. But once it's in the power, it's fracking. It's absolutely checking out. You know.
I mean, it's likely.
Name can't get into a steady server. Yeah, I've had a lot of dropouts tonight. It's crazy to think, though, that even with all of the actual server-side and connection level issues, it has come as far as it has since the actual launch, where, like, I remember staring, as the host, I would just stare at the sky half the times I clicked get in car.
I got turned into a tree on one of Jester's streams. That was pretty legendary. Man, like, you know, from like a reputation-wise, like, they're very lucky that happened to me with, like, 100 viewers and not Jimmy Broadbent, you know?
Right.
Like, they're very, very lucky. Because, like, that happened... Do you remember NBA Elite 11? This is going back 15 years, but, like, they released... EA put out... They tried to rebrand from NBA Live to NBA Elite, and it was kind of using the same control scheme as 2K, and there's big press around it. They put out a demo, and like one guy who happened to play it, I think it was like Andrew Bynum, had like a T-pose at center court. He tries passing the ball to him, and it just bounces off him. And like that one video caused EA to cancel the game. It's like 3 days away from shipping. So like they'd shipped out already, you know, some copies and stuff that made it to stores that were sitting in the back room. They're like, game's canceled.
Yep.
So like now that a physical copy of Elite 11 is worth fucking like $3,000 or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So they're really lucky something like that didn't happen to a big content creator.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And here's a question for you. In your opinion, what do you think it would take this game to get to a point of acceptance? I'm not even going to say success, not even going to say failure. I'm just say acceptance, where people don't just default to, oh, that game. What do you think that would take?
How do I say this in 10 seconds before we go green? I have a whole game plan. I have a whole game plan. I'll stop there. I have a whole game plan.
Gotcha.
It would be something I could probably elaborate on it afterwards. Once this race is over, because I want to be a tryhard here. But yeah, I do have a game plan, and it is an uphill battle, and it might not work, but I have, you know, kind of brainstormed.
Yeah. And how much do you think the overall court of public opinion actually matters? Because obviously
I researched that directly with other creators.
Yep.
Even when guys like Jimmy Broadbent would do a video on, like, let's say race room racing experience and be like, hey, you know, these new V2CC cars are great. 300,000 people watched the video. It did not affect their concurrent player count at all.
Really?
So I don't think it matters.
I definitely believe that to an extent. I do think there is enough trying to think how to say this here. Herd mentality to affect something negatively, more so than positively. I think it's easier to ruin a reputation than it is to give a good one.
Yeah. Yep. And the other thing is, too, racing games are now kind of social experiences. I mean, look at what we're doing. We're on a stream, BSing on Discord. Like, this became like a game night with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Right? So what really happened with PMR is that, you know, one person out of, like, let's say a group of 5 or 6 guys on Discord was like, hey, this looks pretty good. I'm going to buy it. And he buys it because he's already sold on it. And if the game went well, he would tell all his 5 or 6 friends to buy it and then get his copy sold. What happened was that first person bought it and went, this doesn't run well on my PC, and uninstalled it, and that was it. It's that simple, I think.
Yeah.
That was my bad. Sorry, Vader.
Nah, you're good.
I got lucky there, Eagles. Your luck. God, man. Just when I start to accept the GT3s, I jump in something that's just not a GT3, and I'm like, God damn it. Why do I even want to get back in those cars?
Yeah, the GTEs are phenomenal.
They have that.
Yeah.
They have been for a while too. This is one of those classes that like I'm genuinely worried about it only going backwards. It's, you know, sure, could there be room for improvement? Absolutely, there always is, but there's always a lot of room for failure too.
They're a little light on their feet, but overall, yeah, this is awesome.
Why are you trying to race me? I am a faster class. You're just running into me.
Did the same thing I did. So these things have, I believe, traction control, but not ABS.
Yeah,
correct. So like it's really easy to cook the brakes.
What the?
Yeah, you just gotta let off just slightly early when you're braking. It's like touchy-feely.
Ah, I went. Son of a bitch. Luckily, they didn't hurt me too much, but.
And that's what I love about this
my
game
lap.
is like the different nuances between cars and how you drive them. It's actually reflected in this.
Yeah.
Because I used to race season upon season of these cars instead of Forza, both GTE and GT3, and like they drove the same.
Yeah.
That Toyota was completely hidden in the shadows. That's crazy.
I blew it. I gotta be careful on that turn, man. Oh, fucking got me. Damn it. Got me in quali and it got me right there too. Oh well. Watch some racing, I guess. Still in the pits, overtime clock keeps resetting. Yeah, that's you're the second person to tell me that today, Lamberto. That's a new one. Yeah. Oh, man. Only 2 people in ranked. There definitely feels like there is like an imbalance in sim racing that I know it's a niche of a niche. So it's really hard to have overall numbers of people doing this. But I just look at the state of LMU and what LMU is as a game, and then I look at this game, and in my head I go, the player count doesn't make sense to me. Because, sure, LMU has less overall problems, and it has a, you know, what seems to be a working ranked system at the moment. And it's only GT3, and it's only Hypers and LMP cars, which are essentially the you know, the popular Me Too cars. But the player numbers just, it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's because I'm just too old and I like old shit, old cars, but
I think people are also coming, a lot of the LMU base is coming from ACC, and in terms of just like quality of life, they're so used to ACC, which was actually just like shot, that's why people were able to, like, you know, they're like, oh, I have good netcode, and anything else is like fine.
So,
I can do GT3s.
This is a common thing though that I've experienced with people that I know anyway. Guys that came from ACC, like a good buddy of mine, loves ACC. That's his game, even now. PMR, he's like, it's okay, but it's got too many problems for him to like, because he doesn't sim race a lot, because he's just a busy person. So when he sits down for an hour or two, when he gets to sim race, he wants to just jump in a game where he's going to race, and that's going to be the end of it. So he plays ACC. He fucking hates LMU. He's like, I don't understand why anybody would want to play that when ACC exists. He sees zero. He understands why you would play PMR, but he doesn't have time to deal with bullshit. He just wants to get in, play, move on with his day. You know, he would rather drive Group C than ever race a GT3 car. You know, but he plays LMU and goes, I don't get it. I don't understand what this massive wave of people and hype is all about.
Oh man, that was a great race.
Even 397 is like, yeah, I don't know. People like it. We didn't plan on this.
A lot of it is, at the end of the day, it works with almost everything, because under the hood it's R Factor 2.
Yeah.
A lot of people love how R Factor 2 feels and how it runs, but it was just too complex to set up, because it was a sandbox sim. Like, you have to start messing with, like, the player JSON file, and you have to really find a mod that has good AI, because not every mod has good AI. You have to find a handful of tracks that you like. LMU kind of strips away that and says, it's done. Go play in ranked, go run races, stuff like that. There's regular DLC. It's R Factor 2, but simple to set up. And then, of course, with sim racing being social now, one guy gets it, he gets some setups built for it, he gets some liveries made for it, his 5 other buddies pick it up, and they all race together.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that happening in sim racing. It's almost like, you know, I was talking about this with an investor earlier this year. I have another project I'm pitching. Racing games are like sanctioning bodies, and the players are drivers. So what would you make you go to a motorcycle drag race at, I don't know, Rockingham versus Golo? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the question that's really being asked. And some guys are just like, I don't know, man, I've raced here for 20 years. My dad used to race here. I'm not racing anywhere other than Rockingham. That's it. So, like, you'll never get people, sometimes, you'll never pull them away from iRacing. You'll never pull them away from ACC. You'll never pull them away from LMU. It's just, that's the sanctioning body.
Yeah.
You have to make it so convincing to go run somewhere else.
Yeah. Habit. I get that.
Just has really nice parking.
I might have to.
Find.
I think I'm gonna start just a quick tangent here. I'm gonna start a new lobby so I can be the host again, because people are just gonna. It's just gonna keep switching hosts until someone takes the crown. So I'm gonna start a new lobby. Cool. Let's do Mid Ohio with chicane. Give you all a 10-minute quali session so you can get back in. Oh, Tim, are you Luna? I have such a hard time remembering names if the YouTube name is different from the game name. Like, the only one I've got down is Puffin Stuff, aka Titan. He's Titan in on YouTube, and he's Puffin Stuff in the game. And for the longest time, I would talk to both of them as if they were different people. And it's like, I'm so bad with names like that. Because I try and like be extremely like official, even though it's all bullshit. That I like. That's why everything is some variant of EJR. My business name is EJR Performance, but where the G? EJR Racing has been like, well, that's more of my hobby name. But at the end of the day, just some fucking initials. Let's get the LMDHs back in. That's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to get on a tangent about how I would save in quotations PMR.
Yeah, what would be your game plan for essentially, you know, if you had, because here's the thing, obviously there's a bunch of different opinions and how people would do things, but if you had, you know, unilateral control over every decision ever made, what would be your game plan to just make this what you, I don't know. Like I said, what was the word I used? Not successful. Accepted.
It's alive.
Accepted.
It's alive. It's alive,
Yes.
and it's competing.
It's a sim that exists in the sim space and people play it.
Yeah, like my whole realistic goal was to like compete with AMS2 and Race Room. That would have been a success for me, and I would have been stoked.
Yeah,
because like it is hard to break into the industry. Step one would be, unfortunately, I need a time machine. But once you start getting reports, like in the factory driver program and like from influencers that like, hey, it doesn't really run well on my machine. It doesn't recognize my super fancy wheel. At that point, you kind of need to create a task force and be like, uh-oh, this might be a rough landing. Let's try and get as many people as we can to just dial up the frame rate stuff and the crashing and stuff like that, because this game did inherit a lot of the stuff that you see in the farming sim games.
Yep.
And like I've just read on my own accord, you know, taking a dump or whatever through like the farming sim forums and being like, oh, like they're having the same frame rate problem that PMR has. Oh,
Yeah.
they're having the same crashing problem. So like you needed basically at launch or shortly before to be like, we might have inherited those problems. Let's go balls out on these and not worry about tire models and not even worry about like fun stuff like the radar UI, right? Because that was one of the first things they added.
Yeah.
You got to realize that like, okay, this might not run well for people. People might have hardware issues. Let's go all hands on deck to get that stuff cleared up, and that encompasses like the online stuff too. Like, dude, I can't play my own game online unless I'm racing with you, which is bizarre, right? You got to get this stuff stamped out because when the game launched, Christmas was a month away, and like if people didn't buy it on Black Friday, it's going to be Christmas in a month. You got to get that cleared up for Christmas. So that would be basically step one. Step two, you got to emphasize what the game does well, and of course, fast forward to present day, like people are kind of memeing on it, so that sucks to a degree. But this game is doing a lot of stuff right, and one of the things that I've highlighted on my channel. Some of the cars are like accurate to the 10th of a second.
Yeah.
Like I've put comparisons out. Like the V8 supercar is bang on. The GT3 even today with 2.2, I got it to run a bang on lap with the AMG GT3 compared to the real life Bathurst track record. That's awesome. And then I did it too with I think one of the JP1 cars. Like it matches the OPM a lap bang on. And it's like okay, like maybe people have written off this game or memeing on it, and influencers are being shitty too. Whatever, that happens. It happens in every game in space. People can't argue with footage, so start putting out trailers. Go license the footage if you can of like the little onboard comparison videos, and be like, you know, we heard you wrote this game off, but like the footage doesn't lie. And you start showing a couple of car classes that are just bang on compared to the real world thing. And that won't convince everyone, but it's going to convince enough people being like, maybe they got something. Maybe they're going to try it. So that, along with stability fixes and multiplayer fixes and things like that, just get the app in a good place so it runs well on like the different PlayStation 5 levels, the Xbox Series level, stuff like that. Get it stable, start showing off, that, hey, you know, this actually is pretty accurate. It might take a couple weeks to license the footage and whatnot, but you can do like 2 or 3 examples of that. That's how a lot of people bought into iRacing back in 06 to 7, 08. They would show like an onboard of Skip Barber at Lime Rock and cross-reference it with the iRacing footage, and you looked at it and you're like, holy shit, you know, I might have to try this because that's bang on. And that's pretty easy to film. It's go get someone to jump in a car, or like get me to do a lap, or whatever. Like, I'll do it for free. It takes fucking 5 minutes. Save the replay, get it recorded by the video editing guy, get it to splice it together with a nice like recorder and stuff like that. Put out a couple trailers, being like, no, this really is that accurate. We promise. Now the next thing too, once you get that out of the way, you might have people coming over, you know, trying it out and stuff like that. There's really 2 things you should do. The first is the ranked online reset I talked about. Reset everything, make the license test harder, because that way you're going to kind of curate, you know, the trolls and the shitheads who can't drive from ranked online, which is the point of it. You cut ranked online down to like 4 races. You know, I think they had every class in the game at one point in ranked, and like, no, that's something you do if you have like a billion people playing the game, like iRacing, or even Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Restrict it to just 4. You make it so it's 2 base game cars, or base game series, like GT3 and another one, maybe Group C, I don't know. And then 2 DLC cars, so you kind of push people into buying the DLC. And I know it sounds like predatory on paper. It's not, that's just business. You want to kind of entice people to be like, hey, you know, half the races available in ranked are DLC. You can either run the vanilla cars or you can run the ranked cars. And I think the 4 classes I had in mind would be GT3 and GTO from the base game, because they got the most amount of cars and they're cool. And then your DLC cars would be JP2 and the 2013 V8 Supercar.
Yeah.
Because no one's running JP2 cars anywhere else. PMR is the only game that has any sort of Japanese stuff like that. And that's awesome. So you kind of emphasize that. And then for what they did that I fucking loved early in the year, they gave away the Spark models for people who won the various championships. You know, $100 diecast. That was fucking cool. I would do that every month.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that every month, what you could do is a special DLC code of just like a livery. You know, a special livery for like season.
Yeah.
September 2026 winner.
That very much an actual literal prize that's unique to you.
Yeah.
It always drives competition. Oh, like, I mean, let's face it. Look at what digital fake trophies do on Steam. Look at what completionists chase. You know, I'm guilty of wanting to platinum shit on PlayStation. That means fucking nothing. But I just can't put the game down until I platinum it so I can move on. You know? So
yeah, so you'd have people in the different divisions run for their cars, right? You'd hopefully facilitate more people in each race because there's less races to pick from. You give a prize for the top 3 in each division. Well, 5 divisions times 3, it's 15 winners times 4 championships. That's 60 people winning a bonus livery.
Yep.
And that kind of becomes a unique thing that you shoot for. It's not a car model, but it's something. And it's something light and something fun instead of people beating the shit out of each other for money and having to adjudicate stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a simple prize, a fun prize, and like, let's be honest, some of the livery guys in this stuff are amazing at what they do. Like, they can crank out liveries for that in like a day or 2.
Yeah.
You know? And then the last thing I had, the big swing was, I hate using the word free to play, but I would do like a glorified demo partnering with a brand. So like the idea I had in mind, like, you need to facilitate people playing this game. You need people installing this game to be like, look, people online are saying bad things about it, they're being trolls about it, they're saying Ian's this and Austin's this, but like, you need people trying it themselves. So I would do a glorified demo, not free to play, but I would basically do like a PMR Nissan edition, or a PMR Mercedes edition, PMR Lamborghini edition. It would be like the game's demo, and the entire game is open to play. You can run ranked, you can host your own lobbies, you can do everything in the game, but you could only drive Nissans. And you'd have enough Nissans across different car classes that it would give you basically a sample of career mode. You can only drive a Nissan, but that's still 4 or 5 car classes. You can run ranked as long as there's a Nissan available in it, which would be 2 or 3 different ranked series. You could host custom lobbies for your friends. You could join their lobbies, and you could get a decent chunk of the game and playing it. That maybe you play it for a week, 2 weeks, and you're like, okay, I'm actually sold on this. I'm tired of driving just the Nissan. This is cool. I'm in. And that also extends to DLC too. So let's say PMR Nissan Edition, you don't just get the base game Nissans, you get whatever's in like the JP1 and JP2 pack. So that's kind of like your cock tease of the DLC.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, that's a DLC car. Like if I get the game and this DLC pack, you know, that sort of thing. So you kind of, it's like a hybrid free-to-play model. It's not predatory where there's like car skins to buy or stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just cock teases you with the game and actually gets you in the ecosystem, similar to what iRacing do with the free cars you get with their sub, similar to what Race Room does. There's another game that's out there that kind of does the same thing, where you get like a slice of the game, and it's just enough to hook you. And if you still don't like it, you know, it is what it is, but that usually is enough to hook them. Because like I said earlier, one guy in a Discord of 20 people will buy a game and report back to the other 19 being like, is this worth my time or not?
Yeah.
But in this case, that one guy can be like, I bought PMR, can someone come race with me? Oh, it's free? You just have to drive a Nissan? Cool,
Yep.
I'll give you a Nissan setup.
Yep.
And that, it's a bold move, but it facilitates
Dude.
people playing the game, which is what's needed.
Look at the
And there's
juggernaut
historical-
that was of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like with free to play. That game I am 100% in belief that if Fortnite was never free to play, that game would have been just another, you know, little indie dev game that popped in out of nowhere and then died in the shadows.
Well, that's how we all got into it, right? Like,
Exactly.
one of my buddies downloaded it. He's like, yeah, it looks like a kid's game, but it's pretty fun. I'm like, oh, it's free? Cool, I'll download it for a night.
Yep, exactly.
And then you're playing it all summer. And then you kind of choose whether to spend money on it. And yeah, your buddy's got all the skins, which is kind of the model I'm proposing. Your buddy's got all the skins and all the season passes, but you're like, no, I can still play with them. I'm cool with one of the base 5 characters.
Yeah.
I can still play the whole game with them.
Yep.
And that, hopefully, would facilitate people playing with it. And, you know, maybe a cash injection for the company, depending on who's, you know, what car brand is doing it. And, you know what, there's historical precedent. So you can actually approach companies and be like, we want to do this. I mean, thinking back, I mean, you had NFS Porsche Unleashed, which was just a Porsche game. You had NFS Overdriven Skyline Edition. The very first NFS had a Japanese release in 95 or 96.
Yep.
That was just, it wasn't the roster of cars in NFS, it was exclusively Nissan Skylines. Weird Japanese only release, but like they've done stuff like that. There's like adver games like Ford versus Chevy on the PS2, a couple in that series. The Ford racing games that were, a lot of people say that Ford Racing 2 or 3 was really good. Like, brands have done this before, of like kind of an adver game. I mean, even SMS did it with the Test Drive Ferrari Racing. Legends. Point being, a free-to-play game, the whole game is available, but you can only drive like a GM car.
Yeah.
And that gets enough people playing it, trying it on their own accord, being like, oh, my buddy has PMR, I guess I'll play it with him for a night. We'll make setups or something like that. It facilitates people trying it and maybe converting them into sales.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the game plan. So it's like, it's tech issues, ranked wipe, hybrid free play, and I think there's something else I threw in there. But that's generally the game plan that I would run with.
Yeah. Because like I've been saying for a while now, and I feel like most people who put like hours in this game don't just randomly try it out. Because the people who randomly try it out focus on the way the cars drive. But I've said you have to please your actual player base before you try and get more players. Because the people who are playing the game are the ones who are going to tell the next person that, yes, you should definitely get this. I have been waiting to tell that same dude who plays ACC that, guess what? You can get back into PMR right now and trust it to not be just piss you off the whole time, you know, with bullshit. But I can't tell him that yet because I still see the problems. And it sucks because I have a very different experience in terms of like a stability standpoint than a lot of people. But let's just hypothetically say that this is the most polished experience. How do you get people to see that? You know? How do you...
It's tough.
You know, that's where it's like, there needs to be... Because like I've said, I talk to people all the time about this, like this, I feel like this game could achieve being the truly best sim ever made. But do we think anybody would give a shit at that point? Like, are we too far down the path of, you know, is the hole too deep to get out of, you know?
It's easier said than done, but they need to take a big swing at the tech issues.
Yeah.
Like a really big swing. And that's kind of been really since launch, like that, in my opinion, should have been priority number 1. And then when I started to see things like, oh, you know, we really haven't fixed the frame rate, but we gave them a radar HUD, I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know if that's the right call, my man. Or like the stuff that's on the screen right now, like cars jittering in front of you.
Yeah, like that's been there since day one, and
Yeah.
Like the thing is, I can't recommend how to fix that. I just know that is distracting.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where this game visually, I'm looking around right now and everything looks phenomenal. Like visually, this game is goddamn fucking beautiful. And then there's an Aston Martin in front of me that's got, you know, some form of Tourette's, caffeine high, you know. And
hey, you went there, not me. I thought I was the bad person in this.
Oh, dude, you should hear what I say to Soar. I talk the most shit to Soar. I like Soar, so I talk the most amount. Anybody who I like, you'll find I talk the most amount of shit to. That's my sort of my rule of thumb. I don't accept you until I can talk shit to you.
Soar is, I know him from a different end because he's staff.
I know his actual name, but I don't throw it out there for, you know, privacy purposes.
I like 99% of the people at Straight.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, they're a good group to work with.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious to me that, because I've spoken to quite a few, not all of them, but quite a few of them, and my outside looking in, best thing I could say is it's the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Everybody pointing at everybody, and they're all the exact same thing, you know? So, obviously that's just a picture and just a meme, but that's kind of a bit of a vibe that I get where there's a lot of... I don't want to say it's going to take someone at the top to be an asshole, but someone I feel like at the top needs to be like, that's a good idea, but we're not fucking doing that. Maybe that does happen. And again, I don't know. I don't work there. I don't know shit. You would obviously know far more than I would. But I feel like whoever's at the top, I mean, I know you know who's at the top, but I feel like that's sort of got to be this... I don't want to sound like I'm the guy trying to tell someone how to do their job that I've never done before, but, you know. I've made a lot of really good decisions in my own business by being the biggest asshole I could possibly be. You know, and in short term, it looks like I'm just being an asshole. In the long term, it was the right thing to do, is to be an asshole. Rip the fucking Band-Aid off. Prevent a bad decision by not being too soft, you know.
I mean, it's very similar to sports teams or rock bands. Like, once you put out an album that fans don't like, or once you start having a bad season, you start 0-4, the locker room just gets different and people start blaming each other. Like, that's standard for what we do. With any creative process or competitive process, and I see this more as a competition as opposed to, like, an art project, because at the end of the day, like, we are essentially running a virtual race team, and we're in competition with all these other virtual race teams putting out products. AC or Kunos are another race team. iRacing is another race team. And you're trying to beat them tangibly the way you would on a racetrack, except it's with a product.
Yeah.
So when you start going 0-4, you start...
Everybody...
When you start going 0-4, 0-5, like sometimes the coach does make just bad decisions. Sometimes a player gets in his head, has a bad day, on a Sunday. It's pretty universal.
Yeah. My biggest thing I've noticed too with a lot of like just getting eyes on the game and stuff is the game's advertising. Like that's been my like, obviously bugs are an actual game problem, but as far as getting eyes on the game, like, well, this is what I noticed this is the biggest, most kind of surprising thing from my end. When I was at the expo and I was looking at the VR and I was hanging out at the booth and stuff like that, the amount of random people that have been sim racing for, like, older gentlemen that have been doing it a long fucking time, walked up to the booth and had no idea of PMR's existence. They had no idea what it was. What is this? Oh, this is a game? Oh, yeah, I'll try it out. They had no idea the game existed. And there were a lot of those people. Like, so we focus on the people that talk shit, because that's just, dude, the amount of people that don't know the game exists, it's quite large.
I think, yeah, I mean, I'm not super involved, or I wasn't super involved in the marketing side. Like, I might have done scripts and like, reads for some of the narrated videos, but, like, that was my domain.
Yeah.
I think the marketing campaign was pretty good and got the point across, but we didn't have the guns blazing TV ads that, like, Forza does,
Yeah.
While we were developing this game, I go to my 7-Eleven for a fucking bag of Doritos, and there's a Cadillac V-Series with Forza logo on it, on every bag of Doritos. And it was like that for like 6 months, right? Like, and then you go to the Hot Wheels aisle, and there's a Forza Motorsport, car line. think I have some of those, right? We didn't have like the TV and like the in-your-face push. We had kind of like a, I don't want to say an online-only campaign, but really pushed the let's advertise in like the main sim racing spaces. There was never like a crossover point to like the mainstream people who don't, for lack of a better word, like no life and overtake, you know?
Yeah.
But that's kind of why too I suggested the whole like comparison video thing. Like in terms of you want like an easy ad campaign, you know, there are cars that are pretty accurate compared to the real thing. You license some footage, it's an email. You get someone to run a lap. Reach out to me, like I'll go through it. It's no skin off my back. Post comparison lap and be like, yeah, we heard you wrote off PMR, but look at this. And you do that a couple times on a couple tracks, with a couple different cars, and people, you know, you won't convert everyone. There are people who are going to be like, never touching that shit, and that happens, you know. That's happened historically throughout the game. You know? No matter how good Halo Reach was, there are people who are like, I'm playing COD Black Ops. So
yeah.
But when you start putting stuff like that out there, that kind of gets people talking about it in a different way or showcases the strengths, like you gotta try. And you know what? Sometimes like it might not work. Sometimes some stuff is unsalvageable, but at least you had a plan. At least you tried.
Yeah. And like anybody who plays the game and also plays other things all has the same thing to say. The cars drive great. So it does get a little sort of frustrating when the talking points are always about the way cars drive. Wow. Wow, Shawnee B just said, get the fuck out of my way, homie.
Yeah, you got dumped.
Yep. Oh well.
Yeah, it's tough. I think it's salvageable, but I do think that game plan needed to start probably right at launch.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't ever think it's too late. I truly in video games don't believe it's ever too late. I don't know what that was. That was a weird spin. I don't ever believe in any video game it's too late to make a comeback. It's just, is it too late for, like, say, a studio financially to make a comeback? Because, you know, I understand public, but, like, one thing I have learned in life is people forget. You know, some people remember, but a lot of people forget. I have seen, in the motorcycle scene, piss-poor companies scam the shit out of people. Customers, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Disappear to other countries. Inside of a year, come back and pick up right where they left off, like the scamming never fucking happened. And I have seen it a substantial amount of times. And in my brain, I'm like, how is this possible?
Were you guys ever affected by the Torco race fuel scandal? That would have been
No.
2012, 2013?
No.
Okay. Because we saw that in drag racing, where like the main fuel supplier was tax fraud. And like you said, people forget because 10, 15 years later, the fuel additive, the Mach Series Accelerator, I think it's called, people still use it, and they're like, yeah, it's really good. The company was tax fraud 10 years ago, but their fuel additive is like amazing.
Right. Yeah, we never used Torco a whole lot. Torco was always for the guys that were right there on that knock threshold. We're like, slap a can of Torco in it, we'll be good to go. But most of the guys just went right over to dedicated race fuels, and that was, you know. But we in the motorcycle world, it's dominated by VP. VP is just the fuel. Like that's, you know, I mean the especially in the naturally aspirated stuff. I mean MR12 is the standard race gas, which is, you know, just your leaded oxygenated 93 octane. It's just the best fuel. I mean, if you have an engine that runs on pump gas, it's the best fuel to run, because it's lower octane. But it no, we never dealt with the Torco stuff. I was never like into Torco enough to have even experienced that. I didn't even fucking know about it, to be honest with you. That's good to know.
Yeah, major tax fraud. He was dumping crazy money into drag racing when they found out that he exploited a tax loophole that tried to say the company was providing fuel for like construction equipment to make interstates.
Oh shit!
So he was just writing off crazy amounts of shit.
No
and then
shit.
Someone looked into it because like he sponsored the whole IHRA. He sponsored like 4 or 5
Yeah.
top fuel cars in a 16-car grid, and people looked into it and they're like, "You're a race fuel company. You're not selling, you know, heavy duty machinery fuel to the government. Like, come on
Yeah.
now." So he went to jail, 2012, 2013.
Yeah. No shit. No
That's
shit.
news.
Yeah. And then there's VP where they had a bad batch of leaded race fuels go out, and they like, if you had a dated can of fuel within a certain range, you would get the fuel back, or they would take the fuel back. They would give you new fuel, and people were literally they were scamming VP. They got so, like, VP was doing such a like generous job at helping people out, because basically like fuel was like literally killing motors, and people were not hurting motors, but claiming they hurt motors and getting damage repair money. But yeah,
When was this?
this was
I never heard of this.
Chase. What was this, like 2 years ago? When was it when we had
something like that.
It was like two.
I
it was
want to
like
say
two-
roughly 2 years ago, maybe 3.
I want to say it was about
Oh,
2
that's
years ago
nuts.
where VP had like a lot of different fuel. There was, I want to say it was 5 or 6 fuels where they had just a bad batch of lead go out there, and it was. I don't know what the exact problems were, because again, I personally wasn't affected by it, but I just followed it, and yeah. VP fucked up, and VP did a good job. They honored it, but they honored it so goddamn good that people took advantage of it. People would take an already hurt motor and blame it on the fuel. Ah, my motor's knocking. See, here's a video of it knocking. Fucking crazy.
I looked it up 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, yeah.
Well, that's what people are doing now on a smaller scale with extra Lego pieces. You know, if you build a Lego set and you're missing a part, which happens, you just go on the website and request the PC for the set you bought, and
Yep.
they'll ship it to you free of charge. You know, like, I did it a couple days ago for an F1 car, but if you really thought about what you're doing, you could get a ton of, like, useful spares. Just fucking with Lego. I mean, like, it's super petty, and like
embezzling Legos.
Bro,
yeah, and like the 5 cents a piece. Right?
One thing I've learned about scamming is that if you are okay with scamming people, there is no such thing as setting the bar too low for what you scam. Everything's fair game to a scammer. Going on gamepad. Or Eeks in this case. Oh. I gotta
Another thing I
adjust to
wish
these cars.
Straightforward did a little more of, just to promote the game and just have fun with people, is to race a little more. Like, out of everyone past or present who worked for the company, like, I'm pretty much the only one playing it. Like, it'd be cool to, like, meet other staff members.
Yeah.
Like, in rank. Because, like, Halo used to do that with the Bungie devs, right? Like, you got an achievement for beating one of the devs in matchmaking, like, this back 20 years ago now. It'd be cool, like, to see, like, 3 or 4 guys be like, hey, we're running in rank tonight. You know, come race with us.
I actually, it's funny you say that. I gave, I think during one of the AMAs, I made a joke about having beaten every developer in the game so far. And I said I want my Steam achievement. It's Devstroyer. That would be the title of it, Devstroyer. But I know we'll never get that, but that would be a fun little achievement. Beat a dev, get a trophy. I mean, get a physical trophy, but there are some admittedly quicker guys, but for the most part, yes, there are some not so quick guys. But I mean, sometimes guys punching in 1s and 0s don't necessarily have to be good at racing. Got to be good at coding, you know.
It really depends their role. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I also think when you're working on something, it can be tough to then also, like, in your recreation, like, also play.
You say that as I'm on the pole.
Yeah. No, Austin's not one of the slow guys. Austin's pretty consistently.
I know what you mean though. Like you after 8 or 10 hours a day, you want to check out and be like, I don't.
Yeah, you're just living it so much that. Yeah.
But for this genre, like you gotta love it.
Yeah. That's a big problem with like me and bikes and my own personal shit. I always ask them like, oh, why don't you go do that to your bike? I'm like, who's gonna pay me? Who's gonna pay me to work on my own shit? I don't want to work on my own shit. You want to come over and you want to do it for me? Yeah, by all means. You're not getting paid, but I don't want to work on my own shit by the time I'm done working on other people's shit. Well, yeah, my shit works.
I mean, mine does too, and never hook it up.
I mean, I guess we have slightly different expectations for the word works, but sure.
It will crank up and run.
Will it go down the road?
Yes.
Okay. Made progress. Oh boy, we got a pile up here.
Yellow flag. That's a yellow flag.
That's one of those, I can't say anything because mine's all tore apart.
I'm just talking shit. I'm just doing a hard time. The only reason my bikes are currently running is because I haven't touched them in a year plus.
I get my streak, so yeah, I'll work on it. Okay, I'm done for a while. Just because drag racing around here kind of sucks.
What tracks you got?
I'm from Michigan, so I have Norwalk and Milan.
You got swept up in the Durana shit. Milan,
The
Durana
one-
drag, right?
Yeah. And then basically, in reality, a lot of our tracks actually did end up becoming Durana days because you got 42 that got picked up, which they're also a semi-local track to me. Crap, there was another one that got picked up too. Can't remember. But basically, 2 out of the 3 local-ish tracks are Durana.
Well, do you know, like, I don't know how close you are to the scene, but do you know if it's going to go back to its original owners? Because, like, he's getting sued for close to $1 billion right now. And that motherfucker might end up in jail by the time it's all said and done.
I'm trying to think of how to word it because I know he's streaming, so
yeah,
it's a crap show. I will put it that way.
Yeah, it's bad.
Between the owner of IHRA.
Oh, you worried about me streaming and fucking say what you're gonna say. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I was
burn it all down, bro.
Because in turn, yeah, like that's a shit show between X or whatever Elon's data centers are called.
Yeah.
Like that's a complete fucking shit show from my understanding. And then from what I've gathered, the money he was charging Elon was what he used to buy IHRA and all of that stuff.
Yeah, he was contracted to help with the data centers. Elon's like, okay, if you want to hire outside contractors, you can pay him no more than this amount. It's like a 10% markup, you know, to line your own pockets a bit. And Daryl supposedly went between 400% and 800% markup, and then just kind of hid it on invoices, pocketed the money, and that's where all the money to buy all the tracks and rebrand them as Durana went towards. And someone at XAI was keeping an eye on it for a long time, and then finally found the smoking gun. And I think when they were applying for tax credits, they inadvertently revealed that they were charging, or they were billing subcontractors for working more than 24 hours in a day at like 400% markup. It's hilarious. So the whole complaint is online, and it's just funny. It gets worse.
I haven't dug that deep into it, but that's insane.
And like the whole production crew, because they were streaming those races on like YouTube, on Flow or something, or was it Speed Sport 1? That's what it was. And then they were simulcasting them on like CBS Sports. And then I think both of them came out and they're like, yeah, the IHRA hasn't paid us, and they owe us like $1 million.
But that's like a lot of the racers are even saying, like, yeah, we never got paid.
Yep. Jason, I think it was Jason Harris, the Pro Mod guy, has got a whole podcast where he's like, they owe me $100,000 for winning the first event this season. I never saw that money. Trip Tatum never got paid, top field winner. Like, no one from the 5 pro classes got paid their, like, 5 or 6 figure winnings. No one who, like, lost round 1 got paid. The ambulance people didn't get paid. The broadcast crew didn't get paid. It's so fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I've gathered. And don't get me wrong, like the event, because I went
keep
to
happening?
the big event that they had over here in Milan, and it was a awesome event. Like, it was cool, but it's like, yeah, how can that, like, that's insane to me. Because that was like the first time I've ever seen an event catered by the promoter, basically.
Yeah. And it's looking like it was all just fraud. I mean, it'll take a while to get sorted out, but the thing is, you start messing with Elon, like, he's got enough government contacts to be like, no. In addition to my civil suit against him, go look this over. Trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, he has our contacts now, too.
Yeah, that's not a man I'd want to cross in 2026 right there. Financially, especially. Nope.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not somebody I would want to try and bend over.
No. Because he'll bend you back over and fuck you with someone else. Like,
literally.
In the most,
literal and figurative way, probably.
Yeah, and he'll watch.
Yes.
The cuck.
Right. Oh, you want to get cucked by Elon, bro?
That's insane.
It doesn't matter. Think of the world's worst problem. Give it 10 years. It's going to be controlled by Skynet anyway. Who gives a shit? Fuck
Well,
it.
that's pretty much where we're headed.
We're welcoming
We'll
it.
get AI teammates in PMR4.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
Don't need real players when you got AI players. Real AI players. Sentient ones. Don't let Skynet win this race. Well, they send you a missile instead.
That's some F-Zero shit.
Right.
But that's like, what's kind of amusing with that whole thing, though, is how, I want to say it was Oklahoma, he bought a track and then was going to try and turn around and flip it for a data center, but that never went through. So, like, he's completely crap out of luck with that property.
I just gotta figure out how to befriend the AI, you know? The same way you give the guy who there's a good chance that you suspect is gonna end up shooting up the place, you always give that man candy. Old Dane's, was it Dane Cook joke? Thanks for the candy. You know? Well, I gotta figure out how to befriend Skynet before they do. Oh, god damn it. It sure as shit ain't driving like that, that's for sure. That was rough. Here's a serious question for you, Austin.
Uh-oh.
Do you think it's not controversial, it's completely totally different. Do you think GTA 6 is actually going to come out this year?
You know, like, I haven't really been a GTA fan since probably 4. Like, I just kind of outgrew them, I guess, just a little bit. But I think it has to, if he's the shareholders.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens where, like, the staff go on strike because of, like, shitty working conditions, which there's been rumors of that. I think this is good.
Yeah.
Will it be any good?
It's,
I don't think so.
It's going to be interesting because regardless of I think if the game's going to be good or bad, there is going to be a brief moment there where nobody is playing anything else on the planet. Like, everybody is going to jump on that game because there's going to be, let's face it, there's going to be people that don't even give a shit about GTA that are going to play it because it's popular. I mean, admittedly, I'm going to be one of those fucking people.
That's kind of how 3 went, or not 3, 5 was as well when it first came out for 360. And it killed the servers.
It's going to be interesting.
Which, that's like, did you see somebody's been leaking a bunch of content already?
People are disappointed because it looks exactly like a GTA game.
What I want to know is how more hasn't leaked. That game has been being developed for how long? When did the actual development for that game? No, the actual start of development for that game.
Probably
been a
right
while.
after Red Dead 2. Probably, I shouldn't say after, but probably during Red Dead 2. Which, that's like, okay, since I'm not doing anything. Prevention through release date. Red Dead got released in 2018, so they've probably been working on that for, call it 11 years now, because I figured 2015.
Can you imagine going to work every day or being remote or whatever it is, clocking in, do the same thing every day for 11 years to make this game, and then it launching and then potentially being a bomb?
It won't bomb.
I mean, here's the thing. They got
paid.
paid. It's not like they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, so like the reality is, do they really even care? I'm sure they care somewhat, but like, hey, you got paid. You know?
I think it'll play as well as Red Dead. It'll probably not be as good as the story as GTA, so it'll be like hammed up.
Yeah.
They were saying, I just in a article proclaiming there's like 300 and something hours, almost 400 hours of gameplay for the story.
Do we know how long GTA 5 was?
Give me a minute. I can look it up.
Honestly, dude, I don't think I've played. What's funny is I had GTA 5 on PS3. It came out on PS3, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. So I had it on PS3. I had it on PS4. I played it on both of those, like, thoroughly. I then got it on PS5, and I also got it on PC. They got that game 4 times from me. And I only played it 2 of them.
So they say the main story and
what I'm trying to say is that I'm the problem.
Roughly 31 to 35 hours, roughly. For full completion, like 150 hours worth of gameplay.
I wonder how many employees Rockstar has in general to be able to support GTA 5 and make GTA 6. I have to wonder if the game, like, I don't think it's possible for the game to live up to its actual hype. I just don't see how that's... The game's gonna... Dude, the hype that it... You know...
A lot of the core people left.
Yeah. I believe that. Might actually be my... Actually, no. I lied. We'll do one more after this because I want to end it on Nords. But I want to get in LMDH for this because I want to do some actual What'd you say? You lowered the car? Hold on.
Yeah, it seems to like a 10mm split. At least that was my quickly devise a setup thing. A lot of cars doing this. So whatever your front ride height is, not the clicky adjustment, but the readout in the center of the screen.
Yeah.
Like if it's a 55 in the front, do whatever you can to make it sit 65 in the rear. That sort of thing. Daytona might be a little different because the G load on the banking is going to slam the car into the ground. So you might want to go a little higher, or just stronger bump stops, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to change my car.
I got it. This is my brain sucks. I'm trying to do metric to imperial in my head, and it's not working out very well.
Oh, for ride height readouts?
Yeah. Remember, I told you, I can't. I want the imperial system to go away. When people say liters, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, Fahrenheit is the way.
I've heard that too from racers, that Fahrenheit's a more accurate gauge of temperature.
It's just like, I can't have 31 and 32 degrees being like wildly different like that. Doesn't make any sense to me.
You said a 50mm split?
10mm split.
Oh, sorry, 10. I'm like, oh,
yeah. Because then at speed, as the air pushes the car down, if there's a little bit softer springs on the rear, it equalizes the ride height.
Yeah.
So it's like as minimal drag as you can get from it.
So according to this, then, I'm just lower in the rear. Because I'm at about...
Yep. That sounds what I did.
15...
And it might not be perfect, but it'll get you speed.
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to say it's like close to like maybe 15mm split right now. I'm doing literal conversions here to back. I could just switch the game over to metric and not have this
Google
problem.
Open.
Yeah, I literally got Google open doing fucking conversions. All right, so let's see. Ooh, too much. 2.6. Hold on. I'll try that.
Yellow flag.
Oh shit. Okay. I feel bad I've been ignoring the shit out of chat. Sorry, guys. Jesus. That's just all skill issue, boys.
Whoa. Oh, someone said a 106 here. Someone was being a bad boy.
That definitely does not sound like a legitimate time.
Wait, what?
Someone cut the track and it posted the time, I think. Or it's carrying over from last event. Because a 106 was a half decent time around Darlington National.
Yeah, it's... I'm gonna go ahead and say that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh, there goes the rear.
Did you take too much wing out?
Yeah, probably.
No.
I mean, you zip past me on the oval.
Yeah. Well, I think a combination of lowering the ride height too is also gonna might have to put a little more rear wing back in it. Maybe, I don't know. But this is what I had in it before, so try that. Another part of it too is I'm really tired. Which never helps anything I do in life. It's quite possible, Art. That is, it's quite possible. I can definitely see parents not letting their kids play on PS5 or whatever because they want to play GTA 6. No, go do your homework, motherfucker. Go be gotta be a responsible kid as they kick them off to play GTA 6.
Oh my god. Now I'll do it again. Okay. Let's actually put a timer. I've been trying to cheat the rest stop.
Ah! Fuck it. I'm not getting a quali in. Too asleep to make stupid... I keep locking up the brakes, doing stupid shit. I think I went 138 today on like... There's no doubt they're slower. The question is, can it be rectified through setup, or is it they are just slower now?
I saw somebody was doing like 10 seconds faster than GT3s, which I think is like the mark. But then I saw a lot of people like doing 2 to 3 seconds off of GT3s.
I'm about 4 seconds slower. 2.1 versus 2.2.
I don't even know what I'm at, but it's probably slow.
Yeah, I could get pretty much a near default setup out of it with slight tweaks, but nothing crazy. Just more so tweaking it for my own reckless driving than anything else. I could go high 134s with them. 135s are relatively easy, and then today I had felt like a pretty confident lap, and I was only in the 138, so This I couldn't even stay on fucking track. My brain has had enough. I am definitely taking tomorrow off from video games, that's for sure. Tomorrow's gonna be a, nothing burger day. Gearing up to do a frame swap on a booster that I just don't want to do it. I just do not want to do it. You still in the Discord, Chase?
Yeah, I'm still at least in chat, but
Yeah,
what do you gotta do on the
I
Busa?
gotta do a frame swap on a Busa. I don't really want to do it. One of the few guys that I grandfathered into turning wrenches for, because he spent a lot of money with me, so I feel obligated to. But
Is that the bike that you built
that's
with the slightly bigger motor?
Yeah, it's the 1640.
That fucking should fly for what you guys do then.
It's honestly, it's not a. I don't think the motor is potent enough to actually make up for, like, gain anything from the extra CC. I think the problem is it's just that it needs more camshaft.
Yeah, mate.
Needs more camshaft, needs more cylinder head, and the problem is we're out of cylinder head. It's a boosted cylinder head. There's only so much you can pull out of it before you run out of cylinder head. And you know, guys in the bike scene, just bigger motor. Yeah, all you're doing is making more unusable low-end torque that makes a light bike useless. I'm talking about, you know, this boost is probably going to be sub 340 pounds. It's probably going to be into the 330, 320 pound mark. You know,
Which is starting to get into grudge bike.
it's full blown grudge bike territory. It's a Busa. It's not a 1 liter. It's a Busa. So
I can tell you what SRW's told me for a light Busa.
Yep.
Sub 300s. But that is.
I'm
also
sure
a
you got
literal-
no cooling system. You got no way that's towing it back down the return lane.
Yeah,
You know?
that is a literal.
This
grudge
is
bike,
going
though.
to be a ride it around on the street bike. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it because you're not going to have a spine by the time you're done riding it. But it will, like my Busa, uncomfortable as shit. But from a reliability standpoint, I could ride it to California and back, no problem. But I just wouldn't suggest it.
Sounds terrible.
It would be.
Does it have Vance and Hines like fancy head, or is it just a normal ported head?
It's a Carpenter head port. Now I can do you can do the there's a couple things we can do. He's already got oversized valves. He has the same cams that I use with the twin 427s. We can go to an intake 465, but at the end of the day, like, for example, it's a casting problem. There's only so much cylinder head. It's Busa motors, they're just fucking old, you know?
Yeah, at this point.
I wish they were like LS motors where I could go buy, I have 10 different choices on aftermarket castings to shove a gigantic cylinder head on it and make 50 more horsepower. But
Whatever became of, I think it was an Arabic company that was supposed to be making a billet cylinder head for those.
They were Turkish.
Turkish? Okay.
PPC?
Sure. It's out of my realm. It's a Busa thing.
I think it was back when I looked at it, I think it was like a $7,000 casting. Well, it's technically not
I haven't
casting.
even
it's
heard
billet,
of
but-
anybody actually buying one, even in the grudge bike.
The guy, my engine builder, typically, he said he's tried them. He says they're pieces of shit. Like, you're talking like basic bolt holes don't line up.
Which is pretty sad that at that point, if the basic stuff isn't even lining up. It'd be nice because at that point, then the Busa motor would become indestructible.
Yeah, I mean that is the weak link for the Busa motor in terms of the naturally aspirated long game. God damn it!
Because you got the billet jugs now, which I don't know if you guys can use them.
Oh, Pilgor.
Let's see. I'm just gonna watch while I look this up. Who was it? Fucking company's name that makes this head. Because for the longest
Whoa.
time, I mean, I think Progno was gonna buy one because he's like, I wanna fuck everybody. But here's the problem: Nitro. Nitro is the fucking problem. Now that Nitro is everybody, dude. Now you're better off just fucking having 10 stock motors on standby, and going buying some M5 and mixing it to get like 30% Nitro blend, and making 100 more horsepower on your completely stock engine. Melt it after a few runs, but who gives a shit when you race for $30,000 per race? It's just like
exactly.
It's fucking out of control. That's a big part of why I'm like, you know what? This is a bridge too far for me. I'm cool with building motors. I'm cool with having some pretty radical race motors, but I'm not building $20,000 motors to melt them in 2 passes because I gotta win a race to get my participation trophy. Like, I'm fucking good. Now I'm gonna go play video games.
I agree there. Because that's like my engine builder.
PPR, hold on, let me Harris.
That's pretty
much. Oh,
much.
that's right. They
what
have a
he
6-cylinder head. I
recommends
forgot
anymore.
they did that too. I forgot they made of that billet head. They made a 6-cylinder as well.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, I got it on stream right now.
Oh, stupid thing. Okay, there we go. Yep. I forgot YouTube. If you click off of it, that's stupid
a 6.
stuff.
This is the only aftermarket casting that I know. There was a picture somewhere where it showed the a ported factory casting next to their obviously billet head, and the ID of the intake port could swallow the entire OD of the casting of the stock cylinder head.
And that's like, it'd be awesome if it was made by a good company.
The problem is that this might be a good company. I mean, you don't make something like this and not know what you're doing.
Which is true, but it's like.
But if you don't sell any of them, and nobody in the real world is actually fucking using this product, because it's just like anything else. There's an alpha and there's a beta, and there's all of these stages into perfecting a product. And if no one's buying it to use it, then it's a fucking lawn ornament that looks really good on the bench.
But before it becomes a fucking purchasable item, all of that shit should be figured out, if you ask me.
Well, I could say that about literally everything on the fucking planet. And then we would never have any regrets about buying anything because everything would be perfect when we bought it.
Or at least you're not sending out, like you just mentioned, alpha products. I mean, really, you should be on like a beta before you even try and send them out to a customer. If you're saying your guy, like a lot of the generic bolt holes weren't even lining up.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even.
I can tell you that
worthwhile.
the thing about the boosts is that like right now, I would put more camshaft in my motor long before I put more crankshaft in it. Because all I'm going to do is make more low end torque sooner, and the motor's not going to rev as much, and it's going to make about the same power up top because it's an air pump. It's out of fucking breathing through a straw at this point, with the biggest punched out cylinder head I can get. So, I mean, there are steps I can do. You can do the plate head, where they essentially chop the throttle body, the intake side ports down, and they weld a bracket in place, and you can bolt. Essentially, you can make the intake ports bigger by, remaking the intake side.
That sounds expensive as hell.
It's not cheap. Carpenter does it. It's not cheap. And then you can do the exhaust side, where you can't run a traditional exhaust anymore, so you have to run a custom exhaust. There's no...
I'm assuming a Chip Ellis. It's kind of where you're going to...
Well, it's not going to be any shelf product works. Unless Chip Ellis makes an exhaust for the Carpenter head. Carpenter,
I'm sure he probably
Carpenter makes
does
an exhaust. It's
because
part of
he
his
makes
package.
pigtails and everything for
Yeah.
HCP. That's who came up with that design and everything else.
Yeah.
He does a lot of the pro stock bike stuff.
See, the other option
just
is that I could fucking put a stock motor back in it and put a turbo on it, make twice as much horsepower reliably for a lot cheaper.
Yeah. That
Fucking
sounds like a
naturally
better
aspirated-
option.
Fucking naturally aspirated life, man.
But in turn, that's like I was talking to one of my friends. He has a turbo bike that they're now just starting to play with M1 and M5 and shit on his bike, his daughter's bike.
Gay! Sorry. I said
They're-
it out loud.
His bike is a turbo bike, which
That seems
in turn all drag racers.
exponentially like, bro, just turn the wick up on the turbo. What are we doing? Like,
He was out of turbo on a GT35.
got a bigger one.
But
Get a bigger
in
one and
turn-
spray it down so she gets in the boost sooner. There's just so many more ways to make power without trying to do it through radical fueling, man. You know?
To me, I don't think not like M1 is radical.
It's not. It's just it's the gate.
M5 is kind of
it's
starting to go that
M1
way.
and M5 is basically like the pot of nitro. You know, we're talking 5% nitro. That ain't shit. But 5% or M5, which 5% nitro, mixing with 100% nitro to get like a blend of 30% nitro.
Yeah,
now we're
like
talking
that.
about stupid horsepower. And also,
Yeah, where he's not mixing it or anything like that. He's just pouring it straight out of the can, like. And that's like they'll buy it by the barrel. They don't buy it by the jug because between them, 1, 2.
well, yeah, you
3,
have to just to
4,
make the same power, you have to spray like 100% more fuel.
There's 5 bikes that all run.
Yeah,
on
dude, it's,
basically the
if you think ethanol like E85 or anything burns fuel faster, nitro is on a completely different fucking level.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Well, not my world, but the family's world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's
Stuff's
like
magic
once you
though,
start
man.
get-
It's like liquid
getting it, like-
dynamite, literally.
pretty much.
It makes some big flames when things don't go according to plans. That's for damn sure.
So does
also
nitrous.
blow a transmission really fast.
Dude, transmission. I would love to. That be the only thing nitro fucking grenades for my shit is my transmission.
That's
Thing about nitro is that when things don't go according to plan, you lose just about everything. It spares no
Yeah.
expense in that regard.
hell. That's like my one friend that I was just referencing. One wrong pass and might as well say there goes a fucking like $6,000 transmission.
I have no interest. I just have no. I don't know. I mean, I get it. With money, you have an endless supply of money, and you're chasing world records. I get it. But for the casual, and that's the reality is most people are casuals. Just like most people are, middle class, whether they make a lot of money or not. And anyway, that's besides the point. Most people think that they're competing for something that matters. The reality is they're not. They're not. Their ego is making them waste a lot of fucking money. That's it. Like, unless you're part of an actual sponsored race team with legitimate funding where you can pop $25,000 motors daily. Stop.
I think my cousin blew up in Idaho 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what that bill was because it sounds like your family does higher end level racing. And
Nostalgia
that
Nitro
shit-
Funny Car. He's the points leader right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So that was probably $100,000, $150,000 motor that just went boom.
Well, and his main sponsor that bankrolls it is like a Canadian Rick Hendrick who owns a Chevy dealer here. So
Okay.
they're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just part of the game. And like so many guys are like, well, why don't you just go do this? I'm like, are you paying for the fuck up? That's why. Like, from like the amount of guys, how come you don't, mess around with more nitro? I'm like, do you have any idea how much money it's going to cost me in mistakes to really perfect tuning around nitro? I'm good.
Not only that, but obtaining it is a pain in the ass because
Yeah.
that was used in, I believe, the Oklahoma City bombings in the 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he actually bought, I believe he bought from an NHRA supplier in 94, 95. And they went, how did you obtain nitromethane? Oh, I just went to the drag racing fuel supplier. Can't be doing that anymore. So, like, there's permits and stuff involved.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Torco is like one of the main persons that advertise it, and they.
Thanks for racing, guys. I am done. Sean, Darius, Cody, Jim, everyone, Tim, Shizoto, let's see, Jeff, Umberto. Trying to go back up. Team Race Line, everybody who joined tonight, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I am done. I'm just gonna sign out with everybody, and then I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted.
Where BP does not advertise it at all on their website.
Yeah,
Are we going to the ring or are you going to bed?
I'm going to bed. I can't. Dude,
Alright.
yeah, I would love to, but it's, dude, I can't. Next time I do these.
It was nice meeting you all and putting a
Yeah.
face to the name and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you might have content. We did that little segment where I said how I'd save PMR. I mean, you can clip that, and that's its own video.
Right.
Right.
I think if anything, you should clip it and you should upload it. Just because only reason I say that is because I want to do my very best to stay out of the like he said she said controversy shit.
Yeah. And the drama.
I don't disagree with you.
Austin. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's like I said, there's two sides to every coin, and I try and stay in the middle, despite everybody polarizing me.
When you guys got to before it gets aggregated.
What's up?
When you guys got to do it though, at least before it gets aggregated.
Oh, I already know. Other people will clip it and make shit out of it. That's fine. I welcome it. Make memes out of me. I don't give a shit. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm playing video games. I got real world problems.
All right, take care, homie. I'm off.
Yes, sir. Good talking to you.
Yeah, see ya.
Yep. Chase, Trap. What's your actual name?
John.
John? All right. Do you care if I call you John or I gotta call you Trap?
Either works for me. I don't. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna forget your name's John, so it's irrelevant anyway.
I mean, it is sort of in my name, Trapper John.
At least you're. Oh, I get it. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
But either works.
Yeah, I'm beat. That was some good racing tonight, though. I had a lot of fun racing, which is good. That's what we need. A lot of fun racing. At the end of the day, as much as the constant conversation is PMR and what to do, what not to do, this, that, and the other thing, drama this, drama that. At the end of the fucking day, my goal is to just enjoy playing it. I do wish other people had my experience, though. That part is super fucking frustrating. I had the one lobby crash tonight, or game crash, I should say, but like, no disconnects, no, just no problems. Everything works. Force feedback's great. GT3s drive great. GTEs still drive way better, but that's another conversation. But no telemetry issues, no nothing. I just can't have problems. Like.
As that's the complete opposite for me, because
and you are
my message.
I didn't. What'd you say happened?
But basically, the GT3s are super, like any setup, even like the pre-downloaded setups, like from the store, I'm gonna call it. Like none of them setups were really worth a crap for me.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't, like it was almost to the point where a lot of it was super loose, undrivable, basically. Like I couldn't even manage to make a lap out of anything.
Yeah, some
like the GTEs were better, but it's like
yeah,
I'm, for lack of a better word, pissing into the wind on it.
yeah, yeah. There's
That's why
definitely some like force feedback right now seems to be a pretty solid point of contention with the game. Like I am having my force feedback delivery is fucking awesome, and everything I drive in the game, it really is solid. But a lot of people are not having. My face just had a fucking seizure. That was cool. My eyes started blinking like crazy, and I couldn't stop them. That was cool.
Damn.
Anyway.
Are you using a FFP detail though? Because I feel like that setting on my Sim Pro I have to have turned off now.
Detail?
Yeah, the FFP detail.
Mine's
setting.
Mine's maxed at 20.
Oh yeah, I get this like weird notchiness. I have to turn that off and then up the other one, the filtering a bit.
No, I don't have that issue at all. Mine's pretty solid. I don't feel any notchiness, honestly.
Are you 2.3.5 or 0.4?
Say it again.
Firmware. Are you on the 2.3.5 firmware? The like
2.3.5. Hold on. For my this is the wheelbase.
Yeah. You're.
I think I'm on 2.3.4 or maybe fuck if let me open it up and look. I don't fucking know. God damn it.
Well, because 2.3.5, it's great for all the other games, but it's like a little bit more raw. Like I think they had like a
2.3.4
kind of filter on it. Oh, okay, yeah, 2.3.5. You have to like manually flash it too. So
yeah, I think I remember that where it like it you had they had one software update where it came with 2 optional firmwares.
Yeah.
And I went with the one that was the pre-existing style.
Yeah, the new one is great, except for that one thing. It's just like for every other game though, it's like that they took off. There's some kind of filter that they just had on all the time, even if you took the.
Here's my settings if you're curious. Where I'm at. I turn off as much bullshit as possible.
Yeah,
I don't want artificial force feedback. I absolutely hate artificial force feedback. Don't let me know that there's an earthquake happening, and actually that would probably give me some real force feedback.
I do like that dynamic prediction level. It does make your wheelbase a little louder, but
yeah,
I don't know, something about it feels a little. It's got that like AI ahead of time, trying to pre-load your force.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I gotta go to bed. I'm fucking tired, guys.
Yeah. GG's.
All good. Later, man. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You boys have a good night. That's it for me, folks. Time for bed. Everybody, thanks for playing. Thanks for partaking. Oh, let me end this poll. So it looks like 69% say the experience was better. 31% say no. So it's better than 50%. It's a passing grade, I think. Anyway, I'm out. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. The face hurts. Y'all have a good rest of your night, and I will see you guys on Friday. I'm taking tomorrow off. I need a day off. Till then, folks. Peace out. Be safe.